Here's the afternoon woke up. You get it, guys? Because it's the afternoon, so you already woke up. But also, we stay woke up in this stream. It's just a double entendre, isn't it?
What is up and what's going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody, as always, coming in and hanging out with us in this afternoon report. We have some things to talk about, get into with you guys per usual. Let me pull that up and see exactly what those topics are today. We've got Alex Cross and sorry, let me make sure I have that.
My man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've got Alex Cross, and they'll be at New York Comic-Con. We've got the casting of Marvin Jones III as Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We've also got some things to discuss with Jonathan Majors as he teases the possibility of him coming back as Kang the Conqueror, which was not on my bingo card. We've got the comeback of Jimmy Kimmel, if you want to call it that. Some new reports for Brand New Day with Spider-Man and the Hulk that's coming from the Cosmic Circus. And we'll also talk about, I guess, something that came out from, Marvel Direct for what the original plans for Nightmare were, I guess, going to be in Doctor Strange. I feel like that's been talked about a lot already, though. Got a better look at Magneto from that Doomsday merch. Jeremy Renner talking about how he wants Hawkeye Season 2 still. We've got a full list of the DC current casted characters. We've got a few trailers here, one from Welcome to Derry, one from Stranger Things, and a couple Star Wars things, one about the Ashoka, Ashley Erickson talking about how she wants an Ahsoka film, and John Boyega once again going in on the sequel trilogy.
Really? I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. So we'll talk about all of those things and more.
Hey, Anzo, I'm sure if you guys don't know Bigfoot Entertainment, he's got his stream tonight. I'm sure he's going to make some sort of, the Americans, Noah Lyles needs to shut his big mouth about, Canada who. Like, shut up. Bigfoot Entertainment. He's going to talk about Shelly Ann Fraser-Price in her final sprint. He's going to talk all that Canada versus United States stuff, the Jamaican runners, all that drama is going to be covered on Bigfoot Entertainment. Am I lying? I know your channel. I know what you're going to do with Roberto. But freaking yeah, let's go with the news of the day. You see any of that Jimmy Kimmel live from yesterday? He actually tape delayed it, you know?
I told you he was going to do that. That's why I was like, so he's probably going to, because it said on the thing, film Tuesday. That's what I figured they would do. And he came back in full swing. I loved it. Only thing I don't like, but you really can't. I can't say that I don't like this just simply because this is who Jimmy is. Jimmy is. He's gotten emotional on several different topics before, and I believe him, just like I believed his original post when he says that his post was sincere, that he really did mean that. You know, I know as even some of the people watching that like to secretly watch me. I know the far right, the MAGA maggots, really want this narrative for the left to be like, oh, you guys are so hateful. Oh, you guys are so violent. Oh, you guys incite these riots and you push this narrative of violence on violence and all this kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And that's just not, I can't speak for everybody, but that's just not true, especially when it comes to Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy is a comedian, and the only thing that he did wrong was not get on his knees for Trump and this administration and all the others on the right that are mad at Kimmel and went at him. Joke's on you. He's back, and he came back in full swing. And I loved every bit of that 17 minutes of the opening monologue. Every bit of it. So I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he didn't shy away from being him. I'm glad that he made the jokes that he made as far as releasing the Epstein files. Still, this is more of a distraction to not release the Epstein files, is something he said. And of course, he went on, Donnie here went on Truth Social, Supremacist Social, and said that, basically, in a short synopsis, I'm mad I can't control people. That's what the paragraph says. When I'm mad, I can't control people.
Yeah, it says right there. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So yeah. So it's been interesting. It's been very interesting. Like I said, I'm glad that this show is back.
I like the part where he said, they actually asked me to do this, and I don't mind. To resubscribe to Disney Plus and Hulu, you can. That was a good little joke, but that's at least it's recognizing the most important part of the story for me. It's that enough of us are so powerful that we can enact change. He was suspended indefinitely. Remember when that player Draymond Green was suspended indefinitely? We didn't know it was gonna take forever. Man, this was 3 days later. He's already back at his job because we have that power.
Yep. And I'm very I guess I'm just glad. I'm glad that Trump lost. I'm glad he lost, and it's a lot. It's a lose to him because he's seething over the fact that he is back on the air and trying to sue. And my thing is this. Here's my thing. If you, Donald J. Trump, don't care about Jimmy as much as you say you don't care about Jimmy, or you don't care about Fallon, or you don't care about Myers, or you don't care about Jon Stewart, or any of the others that you claim have such low ratings and they're talentless and this and that. Yeah. As the president of the United States, you would think he would have something better to do than to make this Harry Potter novel about a low ratings, talentless person being back on the air. I mean, the things that you choose to be concerned with, release the fucking Epstein files. Release the Epstein files. The things that you choose to be concerned with are so, it's hilarious to me. It's hilarious.
Well, didn't I read that on September 10? That was the day that all of the Senate voted, and there was enough people who voted not to release the Epstein files. It just went under the radar. Isn't that the case? Isn't that what happened on the 10th? The day that pop happened, it was like, well, here's a great time to vote for it. No one's gonna mention that we slid this under the rug. So it's private. It's secret. It's not coming out. Not with this presidency.
It's funny. It's funny. It's all funny. And on that, what was it? Let me make sure I have that right.
You were going to say primary elections are the real elections. By the time we get to the general election, we already have these pro-Epstein file candidates that are going to be selected. So get that grassroots guy. Get the one who's not being corporately funded by our lobbyists and all that. Get the guy who is people-powered. And then he'll actually do the things we want them to do.
That 12-foot statue that went up in front of the Capitol of Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump holding hands in honor of Friendship Day, that was supposed to be up for at least 4 more days due to the contract that they had, but the park police have taken it down. I'm assuming Donald Trump was seething over that as well and wanted that immediately taken down. But hey, I just love the fact that no one's letting up. I love the fact that people are going through great lengths. I mean, he just went over to London. Hey, welcome. Here's a huge quilt of you and your best friend, Jeffrey Epstein, upon your arrival. I love that he goes to the UN and people can say whatever they want to say about the UN. Applaud them. If they truly were trolling him, good job.
Oh, the escalator?
Job. Oh, not just the escalator, the teleprompter. Then he gets up there in front of the UN and tries to say, oh, your countries are going to shit. Look at me. Look how I lead my country. I'm better. I'm this. I'm that. And then he took a shot at the UN, like, you guys, upon our arrival, it's not very hospitable. The what do you say? The teleprompter doesn't work. And then the escalator stops. And luckily, me and Melania are strong people and we didn't fall. He's just such an egotistical fuck. God.
Do you think like all these other countries really care about that? They're caring about development. They're caring about
exactly
wars and people living on the borders of their countries who are funded by foreign entities who, I don't know, seem to feed these guys and give them all these weapons. Who are the weapon manufacturers in the world? You think they all care about your teleprompter? They got real problems that they've got to take care of their own people for.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with Jimmy. That's what's going on with Donnie as he continues to be frustrated. And I guess, instead of the mountain of other things he could do as president, he's now going after ABC, I guess, to sue them. So, hey, there we go.
Now they can go after Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, that is added in this as well. Insane shit. insane shit here. Yeah, the who is it? So yeah, the Department of Homeland Security put out a statement just saying that they basically had nothing to do with the video that the White House put out. Let me see if I can get this.
Oh, the White House did a video like "Gotta Catch 'Em All," like that song from Pokemon. You gotta catch 'em all, but except you gotta catch illegal immigrants. Gotta catch 'em all, like their
Yeah,
Pokemon.
if you check the DM, you can pull it up there. It is sick, and it's just like, why? Like, what the fuck is going on over there with this administration, with everything, and then the people that are again continuing to just full stop support them.
I want to be the very best. No one.
Well, you get the point, right? It's a song.
Yeah, do you see how sick this is? Like, why? Like, and then just today, you had another white man. We don't know anything about his political views or anything like that, but I would assume because he showed up to a detainee center and started shooting immigrants, we know what his political party stance is. So it just again speaks to the things when they speak with such dangerous hate speech, when they speak the way that they speak, it is making these people emboldened. Not to say white men weren't emboldened enough to be shooting up schools and churches and places before, but it's making these people more emboldened to go out and do the things that they're doing. You look at Laura Loomer, who said what she said about Crockett. She's on her Twitter calling Crockett ghetto, saying, "Oh, she's speaking with Ebonics. Oh, if you put a side-by-side video, she knows how to speak proper. She just chooses not to speak proper. She pronounces ask as ax. You know how some black folks will say ax instead of ask or whatever. She's taken. It's the boldness, the swings that these people are taking. It's because their administration and their king has gave them these cyber balls, because she wouldn't say that shit to Jasmine in her face. These cyber balls to be the racists they've always been. But yeah, it's all shit. It's all sick. All of these people.
Yes, it is real. You gotta catch them all. Homeland Security, their Twitter official verified posted that we gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
So what was the Pokemon company's reaction? At least they are not doing the thing where they pretend like both sides are equal parties. The Japanese too, I think that plays a part.
I was going to say they're Japanese. They don't have a stake in this. They're like, fuck you, don't put us in this.
We are aware of a recent video posted by the Department of Homeland Security that includes imagery and language associated with our brand. Our company was not involved in the creation or distribution of this content, and permission was not granted for the use of our intellectual property.
Sue them.
I wish they would.
I'd sue them. They're so sue happy over at the White House. I'd sue them.
Republicans buy sneakers too. That's what Michael Jordan told us, and that's probably the Pokemon policy. They don't want Republicans not to buy Pokemon Scarlet or Violet or whatever the new one is. Something though, it was something.
Yeah, I would have to, being Pokemon, being who I am, meaning that I have people standing outside of Walmart to get cards. I have people standing outside of Walgreens camping out to get cards and things like that. I'd say, fuck the Republican money just for a second. If that affects us, I don't think it really does, because we're fucking Pokemon.
The kids want the plushies. The kids want the games. It's really, but that's the thing though. The parents control the purse strings, so parents can easily tell their kids no. Instead of Pokemon, will get you the Mario or the other game. Who knows?
Yeah. Anyway. That's the Jimmy stuff. Happy for Jimmy. Free Palestine. Fuck this administration. Yeah, we'll see.
I wish that was the Pokemon. I wish that was the Pokemon take, right? If they could just hit him with that. So, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I like that. I think they could have gone further, but at least they did say something, and that's probably like something I'll encourage. Pokemon's got problems though. Nintendo's got huge problems with their price increases though.
Yeah.
They haven't been very customer friendly.
I'd say that's everybody though. Everybody's got price issues right now, or in general, not going into a tangent, but you heard before we were on, I was watching that dude talk about some of the upcoming figures those prices are ridiculous. I think everybody's feeling the mode.
Just got here. Thank you for saving my ear in this boring work day. We're here for you, Chi-Town. got your back. Nintendo more so than anybody because they were price gouging before we had any disasters.
Oh,
They
damn.
weren't they? Something's going on. And now Disney Plus, I just hear they're increasing their prices next month. It's going to be $19 for the one with no ads. This fifth increase since launch, more than double what it cost 6 years ago. 6 years ago, it was like $7.
$7.
That was a good price. That was like very fair. You got to see The Mandalorian. So if you got 4 episodes, you're basically paying for divide 7 by 4, like a $1.50 for each episode. That's like good value. And if you got kids that go see Bluey, and you got all these great things. Now $19. This is in the territory of okay, we'll unsubscribe. We'll get back in 6 months. We'll just watch Netflix instead.
Yeah, I'm mad I didn't take because I don't have Disney. Well,
When does it expire?
I think I still do have it till the end of the month.
Okay. Check out that Zombies.
Oh, I am. But I wish I now would have taken the $2 offer that they offered me when I canceled. You know, they offered me to take it for $2 to keep the subscription. Is this because people canceled? Was this always going to go up to the $19 or whatever?
Good question.
But I know that it's getting crazy. You know, the point of streaming, I thought at the very beginning was like, hey, why have cable when you can, you know, have the streaming and it's really not as much. I'm paying just as much. I'm about to, it's $19. Like I said, don't have Disney, but going to be $19 for the, for Disney Plus. I think HBO Max is 16, 17. It might also be 19.
Well, they do have that bundle option. I think that's looking more and more like the feasible, realistic option to bundle up Disney and HBO.
Hulu. Oh, the Disney and HBO. That's
and,
right.
And Hulu.
How the hell is HBO and Disney on a bundle?
I think they just go like, yo, Netflix is the enemy. We're legacy media. We've been here since 1940s fighting each other. Disney, Walt Disney this, and whoever the first Warner brother was. Those guys were mad at each other, fighting each other, and there was like so few studios. But now they're like, who are these Netflix dudes think they're? And now there's Apple TV. Jeff Bezos has just bought MGM. Like there's a whole lot of new faces, and they're saying, hey, we may not have liked each other in the past, but we'll work together here. And I think that is a good business decision to do.
Yeah.
$19 with no ads. So that's a no from me. Cleve says, that's how much I pay $2.99. LOL. I guess you probably did the thing where you were going to cancel. I was on the $2.99 bundle as well. So you got a bundle for $2.99 with Hulu also, I guess. That's a cool little subscription cost. Respect, man. Let's go to a super chat.
You gon' think about me when I'm gone. I need that money like the ring I never won.
We need the money like the ring we never won. Disney has lost their damn minds. Kick rocks, mouse. Guess 19 is the breaking point, eh?
That's a lot.
Netflix will give you some boxing matches. Netflix has like Love Island. Do they? Or am I mistaking them for another Love TV show? What does Netflix have?
No, Netflix, they don't have Love Island.
It's Peacock.
They have they have reality shows.
Yeah, they've got reality shows that are
and all that other stuff.
Netflix has so much more than just that content. Plus, they do have every Sony movie will go there. Bad Boys went there. Madam Web will go there. When they do Spider-Man Brand New Day, it'll go to Netflix because they got that deal with that studio at least. They're pretty, like, good, you know? They're pretty good. I'm not subscribed since long ago when John was fired. Fuck him. Verizon has it for cheap. They always give these deals during Black Friday. Yeah, that's the one I got. Hulu and Disney for $1.99, you said? My Disney, Hulu, ESPN bundle is $30. Disney alone for $19 is kind of wild. But $30 to get your sports with Hulu and Disney, I think that's fair. It's a lot of money, but then when you get so much, yeah, you probably don't have a Peacock and all the other ones, the ones that cost money. You probably don't have all those other ones, right? I don't know what you do for a living, Steve, but you probably don't. Better get it on Black Friday. That's what I did with my Twitter blue check mark. I got it on Black Friday. Great price. The price increase was the icing on the cake. I think Spectrum does a deal too. It's all about the prices, Brad. But I think looking at everyone who's writing a comment right now, we're not for paying full price anymore. We're in the cancel era, at the turn and churn era. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Star Wars. Long time ago, a galaxy far, far away. You guys thought we were going to Jonathan Majors first? Nope. Hey, Blue's in the building. Blue, me and you talking about Storm's last comic book tonight. 8 o'clock-ish? Just let me know. John Boyega explains what he would do if he could remake the sequel trilogy. Luke, Han, and other OG characters wouldn't die. The first thing we're going to do is fulfill their story, fulfill their legacy. New characters wouldn't be overpowered. They won't just grab stuff and know what to do with it. Add elements from the Old Republic and Force Unleashed stories. This is coming from Popverse.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like anybody with a brain would have done that. Not killed the heroes from the original. But also, what was that last part he said? Adding from the original, the old
Add elements from the Old Republic and Force Unleashed stories.
I don't know about all that, but
I do. That sounds right.
Nah, I don't. That doesn't sound right. The Force Unleashed and the Old Republic are its own things. Why would you add elements of that when you can just do that? You
Wouldn't
just do the Old Republic.
Yeah, that would be adding elements of it.
No, because Rey, Finn, and those people are still there.
In the Old Republic era, though?
No, if you do what he's saying, talk about taking bits and pieces from the Old Republic and make it fit into the sequel trilogy, why?
Like Destinations. They're still there 1,000 years later when the present day for
yeah,
Finn
you're doing Destinations and things like that, but you're talking about taking story elements. No, that just doesn't make sense to me. You have that story already that is begging to be told. Just do that. I don't.
Well, I think Elements is open to a version that makes sense, that would fill what you're looking for and what I'm looking for too. Taking an element from it. So whatever happened in the Old Republic game, maybe they get referenced and they say, 1,000 years ago, this happened and this happened. Well, now we didn't know, but this has been awakened and is all relevant to something that happened in the past in the Old Republic.
That type of element, sure. I don't want to add people or take stories or anything like that, because again, I know I'm not the only one. I was watching Nerd Theory because they're back, and I think Theory is in the same boat a lot of us Star Wars fans are in. It's unimpressive with everything. I mean, I'm not impressed with a lot going on right now. And even when we talk about stuff like this, because Josh was throwing stuff at him, like ideas, like what if they did this, and he's like, he was saying the same thing that I've said, not under this current regime, or maybe 10 years ago. But where we just currently are, when we talk about the Old Republic, full stop, like literally full stop, just do the Old Republic. That's it. I just do the Old Republic. I wouldn't even want them to take the Force Unleashed and do anything and add it into that stuff. Like, I wouldn't want to see Starkiller with Rey.
You just don't want to see Rey with anybody, really.
No. But even the stuff that they were talking about with Starfighter, Jedi Starfighter, I didn't even think about that. I did see that rumor, but I kind of dismissed that rumor because I was like, they're never going to do it. But then they were talking about it more, because I haven't really thought about Starfighter unless we talk about it here. But they were saying how Gosling could be with the rumor that's already out there that Gosling could be Kate Skywalker, and I'm like,
Man.
and the reason is like, the reason I'm just like, is because kid away. Stop. Why are we? Yes, he's a distant relative of. I'm not a distant relative. He's a descendant of Luke,
Luke.
but it's another Skywalker. It's like we cannot get away from the Skywalkers, and you've botched this story enough. Never once has this character ever been in the presence of a Rey Skywalker. So I just don't want them to take those legacy comic stories, if that's what they're doing. We don't know. That's what the rumor is right now. I think that's coming from Bespin Bulletin Report or whoever. But taking those stories and then bringing that, because those are great comics, and bringing them to life and saying, but we're going to add Rey. It's like, oh, God. So I don't know. I agree with Boyega when he says, Luke, Han, and OG characters wouldn't die. Well, yeah, duh. Yeah.
I don't watch Theory that much anymore. But did you see he met with John at a con? Oh yeah, I did see that. He took a photo with him. John Boyega had a mask and then he unmasked and he's like, "Hi."
Yeah. I'm not a big Theory watcher either any longer. But when they brought back Nerd Theory, I do enjoy some of those conversations that the two of them have. And like I said, the fandom, everybody complaining, having their discourse about Mando and Grogu, what that's going to do, and feeling the way they felt. And those two kind of felt the same way. Like, did it move the needle? Are you excited for it? It's like, It's like, it'll happen.
Like, it was an hour and it was a minute and a half trailer for a movie that's above 2 hours. They withheld a lot.
They did. I mean, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't want to be just negative on Star Wars. I just hope they can. I hope they can pull it off. I don't know that they're going to get the trilogy effect that they're thinking they're going to get out of it, but I hope that they can pull it off. People go see the movie.
What's also what sucks is that we don't know what they're going to do next. They probably do. They probably know the successor after Kathleen Kennedy, and we are just stuck in this. Technically, the president is still Kathleen Kennedy, and we the fans are just uninterested. I haven't been watching Star Wars Theory either, because I just don't watch Star Wars. I don't care much about Star Wars right now, where it's going to occupy so much of my time. One day it will, and I'll go to him and some of the other content creators that I care about. I'm not going to check in for heavy spoilers to last take on Andor or some of the shows I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't think that you would have the same buyer's remorse as we do now if Starkiller was involved. She wouldn't be what she is now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at 15, what was that? 2015, 10 years ago. Shit, I was wide-eyed and fully optimistic, or fully, hopeful for the future of Star Wars. Because we were told after Episode 3, hey, that's it, you're done, never again. He is putting the pen and the paper down. That's your Star Wars, baby. But then in 2015, they were like, surprise, surprise, Bob Iger and the Disney people have bought it, and they're giving you Episode 7. So at that time, I'm like, Rey, yo, cool. Finn, awesome. Poe, I'm right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
You can kill all those characters for all I give a fuck. You can retcon that shit. I would prefer it be retconned, actually. I don't think it needs to exist within the canon.
What do we do with BB-8? Just a repaint?
Oh, it's all retconned. I don't care about any of those characters. I don't care how cute they are. Everybody's like, oh, Babu Frick, great. I don't care how cute they are.
Yeah, I don't get that Babu Frick's love. Whoa,
Yeah,
why? What's so special about him? He's just cool. He's all right. He's a character. He served his purpose. But we're getting him more now with the Grogu stuff. Why?
I don't know. Because it's fun. He's cute. Makes people laugh.
He wasn't that impactful. I didn't even Baby Groot. Fire. I get it. Get him in the next movie. Make toys. Make a TV show. But Babu Frick just wasn't it for me.
And I hope that Gosling's character is just some person they've made up. I know that Levy is a Star Wars fan. I know obviously he's probably spoken with Dave, and I don't know if this is their attempt at, again, the stupid line that I don't think meant anything, but I'm going to say it. Beginning to make things right. I don't know. Maybe this is that. Maybe this is that he spoke with him and said, we want to do Kate Skywalker, and I'm just like, and if that's it, I'm not. I hope he's just a regular person. I hope he's a regular person, because if we're doing more Skywalkers, I mean, he's out of the two of them, he's the only one with real claim to the name. She would be like, oh, I'm a Skywalker too. It's like, no, you're fucking not. But yeah, so I don't know.
How about if Ahsoka Tano had a kid? Would you want that? Even that I wouldn't be interested in. Like, who had the Force. You can have a kid. Go ahead. You're not part of the Jedi religion. Go have a child. But don't give me like, oh my God, the Tano children can move rocks too. I hate that Force sensitivity. Like when you inherit the Force. I hate that stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't want her to have a kid. And yeah, no, I wouldn't want her to have a kid. But Ashley talking about her having this a movie, I'd be for, because everything is canon until it's not. Lucasfilm and Star Wars love to retcon the cool shit, and they love to keep the dumb shit. Her book, a lot of that was it was canon again until it wasn't, and then they retconned a lot of it due to changes that were made in the Clone Wars series, with Ahsoka's time and where she was, and in Rebels, with Ahsoka's time and what she was doing during her time of, when she left the Order. There's a long time in between that when she, not a long time, but enough time in between that when she reappears in Rebels. But they kind of, like I said, they retconned all that. So would I like to see a movie of what she was doing in between that time? Yeah, because I really like Ahsoka. And I think that's a character that they have not messed up. Introduced in 2008, I hated her. But she has easily become one of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
Oh yeah, she's my number one. Personally, this is Jeffrey. Not Jeffrey. My God, sorry. This is Ashley Eckstein. Personally, I would love more Ahsoka in animation, and I think there's a lot more stories left to tell. And you know what? I'm gonna give you something because this is a dream of mine. I talk a lot about manifesting your dreams. I would love for one day to have an animated Ahsoka movie. So would I. I would love that. It's something I dream about quite often, actually. And I'm a believer. And you've got to take your dreams out of your head and throw them out into the universe. So you know what? I will throw that into the universe. I'd love to see an animated Ahsoka movie at some point. Respect.
Likewise. I would love to see it as well. Really like her. Love me some Ahsoka. I think, when the teaser trailer, because we were also told Clone Wars was never coming back, when the teaser trailer for season 7 dropped and Ahsoka turns around, because the teaser trailer at the first one they gave us, I think it was like 30 seconds, and it was Obi-Wan and Anakin walking up to the hologram plate there, and Anakin's like, what did you drag us all the way back up here for? And you see Ahsoka, and I remember I was like, what? Ahsoka's back?
Yeah.
And this is coming from somebody who loves Rey, though. And yeah, so she it was perfect. Ahsoka's that, like I said, that was to perp. That's coming from somebody who loves Rey. Ahsoka is the character that runs octagons around the character of Rey, not circles, octagons.
Subscribe to Perp Minded for his beautiful film take. Dave Filoni came out and admitted that he cast Rosario Dawson because of the fan cast. XD noted, as she encouraged fans to speak out if they want to see an Ahsoka film. The fans started asking for her as a token, and that is what brought Rosario to his attention. Who do we ask? How do we, who should we direct these complaints to? KK is not going to be there anymore.
Yeah, I keep saying that. She's going to be there in the back, in the shadows, always lurking.
I definitely cried because Dave Filoni promised me that I'd always be the voice of Ahsoka in animation. But I don't know if she's going to come back. Just because I have the promise doesn't mean we're going to hear her again. Could be like T'Challa, could be voiceless, she said. I just kind of sit and wait until I get the call, she said. And so when I got the call, it was definitely tears of joy for sure. Exene continued, I'm a massive Lego fan as well, so get to do the mashup 2 of my great loves, Lego and Star Wars, was really cool. You're not a big Lego fan. Shut up. Like, I hate when people do that. I actually love Lego. What? I get to work on it
Maybe she
also.
collected it. Maybe she was a
All right, but what are the
collector as a kid.
chances that those are her 2 big fan bases, Lego and Star Wars? It works. Well, I love Disney. That's why I'm Muffy on That's So Raven. It's crazy. It's my 3 favorite things I worked on. It's great. She gets a voice actor for a pizza commercial. Pizza is my favorite food, and that's why it's so awesome. I get to voice act for the pizza Domino's.
Oh yeah.
I agree. More Ahsoka in animation. The live action version doesn't work. At least Rey had a personality. Boo. We're not recognizing that one.
Rey does not, and I did definitely not over Ahsoka.
The things I didn't like about Rey was they made her a Skywalker and related to Palpatine. It would have been better if she was just no one.
Or left on the paper. Also on the agree with the Ahsoka live action, that ain't working. That ain't working. I don't like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I'm gonna say it. I think she looks the part. Yes. I think she looks like Ahsoka. I do not like her as Ahsoka.
Ahsoka's been through some tough years with Order 66 and all.
The hell does that mean?
It means that she was snatched from the world between worlds and her master just died. She got she's got traumatic experiences right now. And Ahsoka's just, just working on herself the best she can.
Well, Rosario needs to work a little better. I don't like it.
She did. That's what happened in the end of episode 5. She worked on it. I choose to live.
Wasn't this no, hell no. Wasn't this still that's the same series where she's moving like this, blocking clone trooper shots with her lightsaber?
Yeah, the action is criticizing, but that's not Rosario Dawson. That's different than Rosario.
Oh no, that's Rosario. That's Rosario. How is that not Rosario?
I put that on the one who's like directing it and saying that was fine. I think you gotta edit cuts. You gotta edit better.
I put it on both of them then. Because you can't. Did she not move any faster than that? Is that as fast as she can move with them? I've even watched behind the scenes like training stuff. You know how they always will have like they'll have the clips of them doing the training stuff. We used to watch them with Ewan and Hayden. I don't know if like that's her speed, or if that's the speed that they've said, hey, this is the speed of lightsaber fights. But
TV shows, they have less time to do the preparation and the sword fighting scenes. And that's probably why it wasn't as sophisticated. But if they were on a movie budget, the Ahsoka Tano fight scenes would be way different than that. And the time Rosario would have would be way longer to learn sword fighting technique.
I'm going to get pushback on that too. Although I hate the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and I do. The flashback sequence between Anakin and Obi-Wan that took us back to episode 2, Hayden and Ewan didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, because they've already had that training from like 05. They know what to do.
They brought in the same people. The dude that was doing I forget his name, the British white-haired dude that did the original training with Rey and Ewan and then
Rey?
Ewan and Hayden.
Oh, Ray Parker. You're talking
He
about.
came back, so I'm again giving pushback. What's the excuse for Rosario Dawson using it, looking like she's flying flies away?
They didn't bring back that guy, and I forget his name. The British dude, yeah. That's the
Eugene Johnson said Rosario's in her. I'm gonna continue to get pushed back. Ewan and Hayden are older.
They knew how to do the thing. They've trained it. They've practiced it. They've even probably on their downtime, they pick up a lightsaber in their trophy room or awards room. And they go, "Oh, this is funny. I remember how to swing around this thing. Can't wait to work again." Yeah, she was stiff. I get it. 100%. She's worthy of criticizing. But then we got to look at the people who edited it together and decided that this is worth being on screen. Because you know who else was stiff? The guy who played Count Dooku. But it looked fine when we saw the movie.
That's because it wasn't him.
And make it not Rosario. Make it a stunt double. You can paint someone else orange. And from far enough away, we won't be able to tell. We got a super chat.
been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a chin. Tell my mom I ain't forget. Woke up drunk.
I'm too fly. Disney is really on my bad side lately. Okay, me too. After how bad Obi-Wan was, and now we're supposed to be hyped for discount Boba Fett and his baby. Bye-bye, Disney Plus. Disney Plus, cancel it. You don't need it. You know what? If they did like a Blade thing, if they did a Photon, get back on it. Yeah, sure. Support Disney and make sure that it's proven that this is bringing in money and maybe they'll get more. Till then, you don't need no Disney Plus. Yeah, they're on your bad side. Can't wait for Marvel Zombies where he doesn't talk. That's tonight. Is it out yet? Tonight. 9:00.
What is it? It's I don't know. It's out. You can drop it like 4 a.m. How the fuck was Geeky Cast? Everybody watching it? Pretty sure it's out.
Oh, it's already out. Maybe we should react to that scene where he's muted.
No, because I'm watching the show in its entirety.
Oh, okay. You still care, I guess. I guess you still care. That means you still care.
Let me go ahead and say this because I made sure I said this way before the T'Challa stuff. Yeah. I was watching Marvel Zombies way before the T'Challa stuff, and him not speaking does not take me out of Marvel Zombies at all because he hasn't been in the MCU for 5 years. So it doesn't take me out of Marvel Zombies at all. I was already watching this. I liked the What If Marvel Zombies. This doesn't. So yeah, I do care.
Is Disney on your bad side lately? For Star Wars? After how bad Obi-Wan was, and now we're supposed to be hyped for a discount Boba Fett?
I don't know. I'm not in that same mindset that I was in with Obi-Wan. You know, I cared. I don't care. Like we get up here and we talk, and obviously because I love this community, I love having the conversations that we have. I love talking about these topics. But where I cared about, like, oh my God, Obi-Wan, and I don't care. The video you posted of our conversation from the Pantheon, we talked about when we were talking about T'Challa being voiceless. I said it in there. I've been burned by this company so many times, to where it's like, okay, I don't care. I don't care. So yeah, it just is what it is.
I'm there also. Perp says, how old is Michelle Yeoh? And she could still do a lot of her own stunts.
That's a good point too. I just don't think Rosario's a good. When they first cast her, I was like, damn, perfect. And I think I said perfect because she looks the part. She does. She looks like an older Ashoka. I also feel I said this even during Ahsoka season 1. I feel like her approach to Ahsoka. I get it. Ahsoka's older. She's but this is Ahsoka right when we left her at the end of Rebels. She wasn't this stoic. She wasn't this like I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like what she's doing with. I don't like it. And then you top it with her fighting a villain. I don't like it. Oh, we'll see though. Season 2. I haven't seen Rhymes in forever.
I think Chill is being a shill because he was stiff for Ahsoka. Thank you for the input. You can always tell when it's a double by the cuts or choices of angles. There's no way to truly obscure it now, but it's got to be done. So be it. Look, I can suspend my disbelief enough to notice that. Hey, wait a minute. That actress's eyes are farther apart than Rosario is, and that's a different person. I'm gonna accept that it's really Ahsoka fighting.
I mean, yeah, I accept that it's Dooku and it's not, or I'm sorry, Christopher Lee and it's not. That's the only moments where that's Christopher Lee is when they're face to face holding the lightsabers. Those moments where he's twirling it behind his back and shit on Geonosis, that ain't Christopher Lee.
Yeah. So again, it goes to the creators for deciding. Oh yeah, we know Rosario is no Michelle Yeoh. We know she's no Ray Parker, but we're still gonna make that scene in there. We're not gonna fast forward the scene either to make it look like she's going faster. We're just gonna be okay with that. That is not a criticism straight to Rosario. We knew her limitations before we hired her.
Who's
Thank you
we?
for
Oh, the studio knew her. You're saying we as in the studio.
the people hiring. Yes, the
I was gonna
studio,
say,
the
I didn't know
producers.
her limitations.
Yeah,
I didn't learn her limitations till I watched her on wherever the fuck. What planet did they go to? Start with a P.
Peridia.
Peridia. They went to Peridia. That's when I saw. I mean, not only that. Just I'm gonna before we get off of this, let's address the super because I haven't seen my good buddy Rhymes, who is more than generous on that super in quite some time. So I'm happy to see her here.
You waiting on me for something?
To go to the super.
Oh, yeah, do it. I'm on the screen right now. Go ahead.
Well, I appreciate it, Rhymes. I don't do that, so I don't navigate through StreamYard. But thank you. So dropping love to the fam while out here in the trenches. Love to everyone in the chat as well. Stay up and stay alive, peeps. What a time to be alive. And also know that you said there also taking care of your dad. Prayers to your dad and blessings to you. Appreciate you being here. Like I said, very, very, very generous, more than generous. Haven't seen your name, and I'm happy to see you.
Respect. Thank you so much. Love to your dad.
This is what I was talking about. And then we'll shoot it on. Check the
private chat. YouTube link. Right. She's slow. Yeah, I've seen it before. I know. She's not gonna move very quickly. They're gonna flag our stream though for this. I get the point.
Flag our stream every day.
Yeah. All right, Darius. We'll play it.
Awful. You can turn it. Awful. Terrible. Awful. If that's what the juice they're coming with season 2, they better be leaning heavy on the gods of Mortis for interest, because those lightsaber battles ain't gonna do it.
No.
Not gonna do it at all. Even her one with who passed? Stevens.
Ray Stevens.
That was a good one.
It's a lot of Ray.
Good. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a good one. That was a good one. Still slow, but it was a good one.
Yeah. Here, let's make it official.
Cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out, cash out, cash out, cash out, cash out, cash out.
We got $20 from Reem from Ray's dropping love to the fam while out here in the trenches. Love to everyone in the chat as well. Stay up, stay alive. Pops, what's a time to be alive? What a time. Next thing to cover today would be, let me go to one of my favorites. Over on Amazon, if you guys have Prime, if you really want to check out some great representation of a lead character who's aspirational and gets it done with great acting, you got to talk about Alex Cross. And according to this, that Alex Cross, the cast and crew, just like last year, they'll be back and they'll be at New York Comic Con. We've got Aldis and Isaiah. We got Alona. She was playing that like FBI officer. Samantha, she was a love interest. All 4 of the main cast are back, including some new faces. And Ben Watkins, he was that writer who was telling us about how Aldis Hodge is kind of campaigning and preparing to play T'Challa, and it would be awesome for him. Thursday, October 9th at 5:15 in the main stage. That's happening at New York Comic Con. what an awesome like news story. Like again, Aldous Hodge got his first season and second season before an episode even aired because they believed in it. And when we saw the show, they dropped it all in once and we loved it. And even the episode 8 twist was like an interesting twist. It was smart. Next year, because it's Prime, their strategy is they'll probably do like chunks of episodes, 2 episodes, and we can build and we can talk about, we can theorize. It'll be a fun time this second season. Go check out Cross. I highly encourage it. If you haven't, has Darius seen it? I think Marcus said he's seen it. You didn't see it, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, if you
saw the scene.
If you ever get into it, if you ever just like kick back and say you have nothing to watch, let me go see Cross. Cross is what scene did you see?
Just the interrogation scene.
Interrogation scene when he leans up against him and he says that genetically speaking, I am a larger specimen. Yeah, like one of them. Ugh. Yeah, that was early. That was like very early in the first episode. So you've seen nothing. You're not ready. You're not prepared for the twists and what goes down in Washington D.C. But it's very alert, man. It's like, yeah, it's our show. Are y'all going to be watching one battle after another this weekend? Maybe. That's the WB movie, right? Awards buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Make the image a smaller percentage of the total screen space. Maybe that'd help not get flagged so often. You can. Can you? So, I don't want to... I think they'll get you because they want to get you. Not enough of the flippy flip for you, Darius?
Wait, what? Oh, no. No, not enough.
You want that Yoda versus Dooku flippity flap?
I don't even need that. I don't need that. I just need them to be as entertaining as some of the people that are on YouTube that just randomly set up cameras and lightsaber fight for the hell of it. I need them to be as good as those people. These are people that are just doing this shit in a random open field on a Saturday. You're on a production for a movie, a Star Wars movie show.
Stamina says Cross was dope, more than ready for another trip into that world. All right. Not for nothing. I love Aldous, but why is Cross at New York Comic Con? You're such a comic book gatekeeper, Rogue Comics. Was Cross a comic book and I just missed it? I had the same issue when San Diego had the janitor from Scrubs show there. The thriller aspect of the show is what makes it excellent. Yes, it is. And I love the way that they bully around. If they like, we got to investigate here. We got to tear down this wall. Like that's and then the guy was dude had a sledgehammer, was ready to hit the wall, and then the bad guy put his hands on him. He's like, wait, and you could see that he had a tattoo, and we're like, oh, who's that symbol? What's that symbol? We still technically don't know what that tattoo symbol means. Yeah, it could be some underground society. It's a great show, so it's something to look forward to next year. Let's do another super.
Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'ma take your money. I ain't never drop a dime.
Spoiler Kings loves this show also, and they're going to be covering it just like we're going to be covering it. Cross was brilliant, and Aldous Hodge is amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Salute over there to Brandon, Tank, and Brian, the Spoiler Kings. In Chicago, I think. Yeah, they're in Chicago. All three of them are in Chicago. Chi-Town. Give Ahsoka more buns. Appreciate that input.
Hey, the Luke Ahsoka thing was a real thing online during that time period. People wanted more Ahsoka in not lightsaber actiony ways. It was real conversations. Yeah, it was real. It was real. It was they were happening.
He said, I don't know about Chill's recommendations. I've never steered you guys the wrong way, okay? Let's go. The next thing.
Oh, you don't have to play that. I was sending that to you. I didn't mean to send that in the morning. I meant to send it to you privately, but you can't play this. Is fucking stupid.
Shadow, relax. Stop. Sit. Don't do that, Shadow. What's wrong with you? You crazy. Shadow, relax, Shadow. Stop. What the fuck is your problem? What the fuck is your problem, sir? What the fuck is your issue? Why would you throw that on me for? Why would you do that for? Fuck, relax, Shadow. Sit. Calm down, Shadow. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I apologize. Man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Grandma, I apologize. Grandma, I said, look this. Grandma, I said I'm sorry. I said I apologize. What's wrong with you? Shadow, relax. Oh my God.
Oh.
Relax, Shadow. Shadow, relax. Relax, Shadow. Shadow, relax.
Oh, she's crazy.
Shadow, stop. Relax, Shadow. Stop. Shadow, stop. Sit. Relax. There's nothing to see here. We're here to serve and protect. There's nothing to see here. We're moving. Yeah, what he said. Yeah, right, Shadow. That was Shadow, right, guys? Shadow, calm down, Shadow. Calm down, Shadow. I am so sorry.
That's not fun.
I'm so sorry.
I disagree with that one because he actually made a little contact with him. He checked him like you can't. You touched him. Don't touch me. Touch me? No, I don't want to be touched.
Oh, that shit's funny. Yeah, that nigga fell.
Not a fan of that. Still, let's go to something. Let's do someone smart. Tony Weaver. He had something to say earlier today.
How come all the people that call diversity racist pandering are silent now that actual pandering is happening?
Oh.
You always complain about censorship when it comes to covering skin on a minor, but you don't have smoke for censorship when it comes to telecommunications broadcasters? You got mad Assassin's Creed had a black samurai because it was historically inaccurate. But fake history is being endorsed by state education departments, and you have nothing to say about it. You said
the Oklahoma deal.
Force Oda to put black people in the One Piece live action. But shows are being forced off the air, and I don't hear you yapping. Since I was a teenager, I got told that freedom of speech was why I had to endorse slurs in every nerdy hobby I entered. Because you actually like protecting rights and knowing true history, and so either of them require you to treat black people with dignity. Fight injustice like you fight black people showing up in things. Or it becomes extremely clear what specific speech you were focused on protecting. How come?
I was supposed to play that during the Jimmy Kimmel conversation, but I forgot to. It was saved.
Yeah, that thing he was talking about, that is who is the company? I forget who the company is, but they've started it here in Oklahoma. Of course, 50th in education and everything else. Why let's dilute and fuck their minds more. So they have it's a real cartoon, and it's a cartoon with this little kid and his sister, and they're reading about history, and I think they are reading about why Columbus Day is no longer considered Columbus Day at certain schools. Don't celebrate it. Certain people, celebrate Indigenous People Day or Native American Day or whatever. And it's a cartoon of they go back in time, I guess. I don't really know. I just saw the clip of them speaking to Christopher Columbus, and he's basically saying, "Oh no, people are taking, what do you say? You're taking." So I forget. Basically, it would have been. Basically, he did say this part. It was better to take them as slaves than to treat us. I don't know. It's basically saying that slavery was okay because the conditions. They were violent. They were cannibals. This is words they used too. They were violent, cannibals, mongrels. It was better for us to take them as slaves and not leave them. And he also highlighted, but not all of them were that way. Some of them were leaders and this and that. Blah blah. The only person perfect is Jesus Christ, and it's the most whitewashing, white supremacist, let's get rid of everything that doesn't look like us and make history the way we want history to be cartoon I have ever seen. And they are playing this cartoon in Oklahoma schools. So that's why they are 50th in education.
Right.
So yeah, that cartoon that he was talking about, yeah, that shit's real. It's crazy real.
Yeah, it's a strange thing. Let's do the 3-minute trailer for the brand new season 5.
3 minutes. Jesus, I didn't watch this.
Let's give it a look.
There's something magical about childhood.
Yes.
We wanted to do what we could to capture that feeling. That ultimately is the heart of the story of Stranger Things.
When I read that pilot, I thought it was one of the best pilots I'd ever read. It felt so pure and just beautiful.
We were just a bunch of random kids from different places that just loved our characters. We loved this story.
Smile and wave.
Hello.
We've been doing it for such a long time. We've grown up as a family.
This is my best friend.
I got to watch these kids grow up, which was the biggest gift that this show has given me.
As exciting and grand as we always seem to get, like season by season, it still feels like the same group of nerds from the first season.
Fireball!
It's part of the magic of this show, even as we evolve, even as the storytelling becomes more epic.
And you explode through!
Woo-hoo! It's always anchored in these characters that we love.
Whether they're a popular dude or some band nerd, a parent, a teacher, a Russian scientist, everybody sort of feels like they're kind of an outcast. And I think this show is about like bringing people like that together.
It's that classic tale of good and evil. And the good guys are so good and the bad guys are so bad.
This is the biggest season we've ever had in terms of action, in terms of visual effects, in terms of story. Ultimately, what people want is they want to see these characters together one last time.
It's more of an adventure and more of a mission, which I really like. Everybody is really put into the thick of it. No one is sitting back on a walkie-talkie. Everyone is full throttle going for it.
Every episode is bigger than the last. This is a season about like fighting to the bone, you know, even when you don't know that you're gonna win.
It's the highest stakes that the show has ever been. It's just so exciting that we got to start this thing, but now finish it out all together.
It's about the people you make it with. It's about getting to make something that you believe in. If you have that, you can do anything, really.
We've come full circle. The fans will be truly satisfied with the ending.
The ending. Confirmed. It's a finale. They're not going to try to stretch it.
They still have not given a proper trailer. And that didn't say when it was releasing. Yeah, they still have not given a proper trailer. Very excited for Stranger Things.
Perp said that it low-key has spoilers. I don't know what that means. I didn't see any spoilers. I thought like the actions, explosions, and things like that. I saw Sean Levy looking at his board and all the pictures, but were there really spoilers, really?
I'm ready for the show. I'm ready for the finale. The season 4 was great, so I'm ready to see exactly where we are. From my understanding, there's no down. It's a full jump. The minute it starts, I think we are jumping right back into it. And they have, like Maya Mitchell and the rest of them have described it as one big 6-hour movie, basically is what it feels like. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Stranger Things is great.
Sure. So
came out, what was that, 2016? Yeah, 2016. I was scrolling through Netflix. I was at a basketball tournament in the hotel room. Scrolling, I was like, what the hell is Stranger Things? Binged that entire season, I think from that top of that day to into that night. And I was like, oh yeah, this show is something. So I'm glad that they are finishing it.
Okay. That's a good thing. The less we know, the better. It's true. Yeah, sometimes you just got to tune out. Sometimes like a trailer will be 4 minutes long and you go, no way. I'll see a minute, but I won't watch the whole trailer. I hope they can match the greatness of season 4 and wrap it up with a proper send-off. They had Caleb be the one to say it. It'll be a great ending. The fans will be satisfied. Shit, what's your opinion on the Peacemaker alternate Earth theory? You mean that everyone there is white because it's the Earth where they won? Yeah, I believe that theory. They're releasing it in 3 parts. Part 1, Thanksgiving. Part 2, Christmas. Part 3. Basically, Johnny, episodes. They're releasing episodes. Stranger Things is an all-timer for sure.
Oh, without question.
Okay. Might get into it. I have to get into it from beginning to the end. No waiting. Just get it all right there. That's how I watched Breaking Bad. I loved it.
That's how I watched Twilight. I would definitely, I mean, if you can be lucky enough to binge it all and not have to wait years, go for it. It is phenomenal.
What was the hardest wait? Because you said you were there from 2016. What year was the difficultest? I can't wait to see what happens next. Is it this year?
Probably this one. Season 4 was a very big one too. I mean, just the way they hyped. I mean, it didn't really. The way they hyped it up, it delivered on all their promises with season 4. So if they can, like Xavier said, if they can capture that again, and not just that, I think the only season that I really just won't say it was shit, but I really was like, was season 2. I think, yeah, season 2. The others, I think, are still all. Season 1's great. Season 3 is great. Season 4 is great. Season 2, when you meet the other girl that's like her, they could have done without that. Without that. Still a good season, though.
There we go. Now I'm unmuted. Spider-Man time. Marvel fun fact. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse gives us a tease of what's to come in Secret Wars. We can see the animated Marvel characters interacting with live-action characters from across the multiverse / the Spider-Verse. Avengers Secret Wars is said to adopt this concept. Well, they didn't invent this concept. But sure, there's going to be a little interacting with live-action characters.
It better be. The fuck it better be. And I mean that shit. I don't want a Who's Framed Space Jam type of shit going on. I don't want that. Like, in Secret Wars, in a movie that's supposed to be serious, I do not want to see animated. I don't do this. Just not a good idea.
How serious am I supposed to take the scene? If you want to do it for look, it happened here. They did it. It happened in the movie. Didn't take away from my enjoyment, and it didn't overwhelm me.
So you're telling me Dr. Doom is fighting fist to cuff with Spider-Man and a couple of others, and then Miles comes in animated and throws a punch, and he grabs animated Spider-Man. That doesn't take you out of that live action feel. If it doesn't, then hey, you got the great on you. It immediately takes me out.
Anything physical wouldn't work for me.
Okay, so that's what they're talking about.
Well, Doctor Strange can use magic, and if he shoots a color at you that's CGI versus a cartoon color that he shoots at you, or webs which are CGI, I can see how you could fit it. I could see it, but I still wouldn't want it. It's not my preference. I am more with you when it comes to this Space Jam stuff. Not in this movie.
Yeah, no, not at all. I don't think they need to do that at all. I would not. I didn't. To be honest with you, I didn't like this when they did this. I don't. We don't need to be animated. I thought that my theory. I don't know if this is still what they're doing, because I don't even know when does this movie even come out? The third one. Does it come out before Secret Wars or after? I don't even remember. If it comes out before, my theory was, because it's called Beyond the Spider-Verse, that they're breaking out into live action and then be in Secret Wars. But if they do this and they have him come in and he's animated, it's going to be awful. I just don't think that that's a good idea. I don't think that he needs to come in animated. I don't want to see an animated Miles Morales having interactions with a live action Tom Holland. He's like, oh, you're Spider-Man too? Hey, so are we. And then you've got Andrew and Toby live action speaking to an animated Miles. Get the fuck out of here. Don't do that shit.
Okay. More on the Spider-Man front. Let's get it. The big one. Deadline tells us this dude here, Tombstone, production on Spider-Man Brand New Day has been paused for a week after. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong article. This should be the article here. Deadline. Marvin Jones III is going to play the crime boss Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's the story. That's the big article. Does he not look like the character? Fan casting accomplished. We did it, guys. But this is the easy choice, isn't it? Shave your beard. Exclusive. While production on Brand New Day has been paused, Marvin Jones 3 has been tapped for the role of Tombstone, sources tell Deadline. Reps for Sony declined to comment, and reps for Marvel couldn't be reached. I'd like to be told that, like, they declined for comment and Marvel couldn't be reached, and I'd like to be told how long from that email that you sent to Marvel who couldn't be reached to the publishing of this article. You feel me? I hate not knowing that, because if you just asked Marvel 1 minute before posting this, of course they couldn't be reached. Like, it really doesn't have any weight to it. So Jones comes to the new live-action Spider-Man after being tapped to voice Tombstone in Sony's animated Oscar winner Into the Spider-Verse, as well as the threequel Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is forthcoming. Also known as Lonnie Lincoln, Tombstone is one of New York's nastiest crime bosses, a Marvel villain who is recurring foil to Spidey in the comics. Created by writer Jerry Conway and artist Alex Saviuk, the character is a hulking African-American albino with filed teeth and near indestructible skin. He first appeared in Web of Spider-Man 36 in 1988. Production in Brand New Day resumes on September 29. That's a week from now. The film is still on course to meet its theatrical release date of July 31. As previously announced, others making their introduction in the live-action film will include Sadie Sink and Liza Collins-Zayas, whose roles haven't been yet disclosed. Alongside Zendaya, who reprises as Michelle Jones, Mark Ruffalo is expected to play Hulk. What do you mean he's expected to reprise his role? He is. Shang-Chi's Destin Daniel Cretton is directing with Amy Pascal and Marvel Studios head Feige, producing Brand New Day. And a whole bunch of information about the old movies. And that's that, really. He was best known for supervillain Tobias Whale in Black Lightning. That's right. That's where I recognize him from. And he starred the opposite of Kerry Washington in Lionsgate's pick Shadow Force. I saw that movie. One of the few people to see that movie. Other credits include All American Homecoming, The Equalizer, and Season 2 of Paramount's Halo, opposite of Pablo Schreiber. He's got a little filmography to him then. Not a big star, though. He's upcoming. He'll be starring in opposite of Emilia Clarke and Adria Arjona. I think she was the one from Andor. In Amazon's Criminal and in Jonas Carano's Indie Gringo Champion. Look, he's an actor who's been getting work, and maybe this could be his biggest, highest profile role. And that's good news. I like it a lot.
They put a clip. They put clips together of if I can get this to work. Okay, they put clips together. There we go. Of him from, I don't know what show it is. He is supposed to be in, or was in, or is in. But they put some clips together from that where he plays the villain. And yeah, brother can act.
Oh, he's a good actor too. Nice.
Brother can act. Hold on, let me see if I can. I mean, find this.
Krondon is an actual albino. He was amazing in Black Lightning. Tom Holland had too many damn biscuits. No wonder he go to the doctor. They could have gotten an ashy, dark-skinned dude. JK. He did the voice acting for that character. This is spot on casting. Called this long time ago, or suggested it rather. Well deserved. Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Tina. She did call it. She talked about it in her video. Also, he did voice him in, and whoever said that, he did voice him in the Spider-Verse. And I guess, yeah, he's a villain in Black Lightning. I didn't watch CW shows, so you might not be able to play that clip I sent you because it is a CW show. I thought it was like the montage of clips, but I guess not. But hey, take Tremel Tillman out as a Tombstone.
It's a CW show, right?
Now do you believe in the resurrection? I will blow your head off, you mother. The devil deals the cards.
Yep. Tombstone. Lonnie Lincoln. I think everyone unanimously loves this step in the right direction for Disney, for Spider. Sony is Spider-Man and it's not Disney, but step in the right direction.
I don't know why people act so, I don't know why everybody keeps acting like I've seen these posts from people saying, "Oh, Feige's moving different with this Spider-Man, like with Spider-Man." Is Spider-Man not considered one of the better trilogies in the MCU? Yeah, so why do people keep acting like, "Oh, Spider-Man might be good"? What the fuck? 3 good movies.
3 good movies.
So it's like, I don't know, I don't get it. It's like, yeah, Spider-Man's gonna be good. Yeah, like I don't get this, like this turn on the Spider-Man movies that the MCU fandom is having online. It's a meltdown that they're having. Like, oh no, those movies aren't even good. What the fuck? No Way Home? Okay.
Over on Planet DC, we have a gag reel that was released, and I think this is gonna be flagged, but it's 3 minutes long. It's a gag reel. It's exactly what you think it would be.
Is this in the director's commentary that he did? Because I want to watch.
There has to be a director commentary.
Well, it's up. I think it's up.
It's like a 2-hour director commentary alongside the movie, and it's available on the internet.
HBO Max.
On HBO Max. Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think it's on HBO Max. I didn't know he played the monkey, and things are getting spoiled for me on Twitter. I wanted to watch it myself, but he played the monkey. I guess the monkeys that were typing. That was James.
Hey, it's actor talk, James. You wouldn't understand.
Did you see that, or did my screen freeze? Let me do it again. My screen froze.
You see the scene where hot girl coming down, and she's on the harness. She almost runs into the back of David Corn's bed. She's like, "Oh, my bad. I almost hit Spider-Man. I mean Superman." And David's like, "I beg your pardon." That's funny. I want to see that.
Yeah, it's a gag reel.
But the entire director's commentary, I would like to see. I think James Gunn is a good director.
I thought that was the moment where she hits Spider-Man. My bad. Can't find it.
No. But James was the monkey. There it is.
Hey, it's another day in the life of the Justice Gang.
I almost hit Spider-Man. I mean, Superman.
I beg your pardon.
Shake it.
Even had a British Henry Cavill accent.
Yeah. They did a video with the dude. I don't know his name. in the mirror. He's like, come here. And he starts giving facts, and he's like, step back, 2 steps back. You're too close. Come here. And like, did you try these? Da, 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 or did you know about this? Do with the glasses. Now he's at everything. He sits at the BET Awards, VMAs, on red carpets. I think he got invited to a Marvel event.
Oh. Well, the complete cast of James Gunn's
Jordan
new
the
DC.
Stallion. Yes, thank you, Stamina.
Jordan, him. The complete cast of James Gunn's new DC universe. Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho. Chukwudi Iwuji, Clemson Mern. Okay, I'm not reading everything. Reading everything.
Who is it? Who?
He was in Peacemaker.
Is that 12 Years a Slave? Platt?
Yeah? No. That's Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Oh, okay.
This guy was the one who was High Evolutionary.
Mm.
I'm not reading every single one of these names, but it's the complete cast. And I suppose the biggest news, John Cena's in here, Millie Alcock's in here.
You've got Booster Gold. Obviously, that's, spoiler alert, that's been out there for a while. Come on, Johnny is going to play.
He did not get his name right the second time, neither.
Kumail
Nanjiani
is going to play Booster Gold.
Yeah.
And going to show up in Peacemaker alongside Big Blue and Blue Beetle.
And Blue Beetle, Solo Meridiano.
Solo Meridiana. You didn't get it right the first time.
Solo Meridiana.
There you go. There you go.
We got a lot of names, man.
A lot of people coming back.
Why is there a picture of Margot Robbie Harley Quinn, though?
Because I think she's coming back.
She'd be the canon version because she was in the Suicide Squad movie. And John Cena and Rick Flag and all that, that's canon. Then it's canon. Now, he said we both effed up Sholo's name. Look, it's the best we're going to get. His name is Sholo. I know that one. Sholo. I've heard it. Sholo. Ma re duena. When someone says something is mañana, that's how they say it.
I'm pretty sure that's it. From watching his podcast where they don't wear socks or shoes. It's very strange. He says his name a lot because people are always like, say your name. And I'd like to think I've watched him enough to be saying it right.
He says that the N equals the Y letter.
Well, I said Y. I don't know what Canada said, but I put a Y on it.
Killmonger as Slade Wilson / Deathstroke. Why are you making me a bad guy? I want to be a good guy.
You don't want to play a villain?
I want to be there for the sequel. I want to be all over the place. Villains die.
Thanos didn't.
Well, they go to jail. They get blipped. I don't need them to reoccur.
I would want to be a villain. I'd definitely be a villain. And I can't promise you, even though I have my morals as a regular mortal human being are amazing. Like, I feel like I'm a good person. If like superpowers were real and I would not be a good person. I can promise you that right now. Give me superpowers, I would be the most villainous motherfucker you have ever met. You want a dick? You think Trump's a dick? Oh, buddy. Give me now, like I said, as a mortal human being, I'm a great person, I think. On a fantasy level, oh, I'd be the worst. I'd be the worst. I'd be the thing that multiversal versions of people came together and be like, no, we got to take this fucker down. Yeah, I'd be the worst.
We do have a little update on this thing, this bag. Finally got a better look at Magneto, Beast, and Yelena Boleva for Avengers Doomsday. And does that change anything for... Actually, you know what? The tweet was better this way. Does that change anything for you? That it looks like a younger Magneto, maybe?
I was watching X3. I wonder if they're going to use that... Going to de-age them like that. You know, in the beginning they're de-aged, so I wonder if they're going to be de-aged like that for the whole film. But
I don't know if it's that necessary, but they can do whatever they want. They got the money. It's an Avengers movie. What budget?
I would say it's kind of necessary. Have you seen Ian McKellen lately?
He's like 90.
Exactly why it's necessary. He was just speaking on stage about the hunt for Gollum, where he stood to talk about it and almost fell.
Yeah.
And then again, his face, as we all are going to age, it's going to in time do that. No, de-aging is necessary. They need to be de-aged. I don't want to see them show up on the retirement home X-Men, you know.
Can you explain what you mean by de-aging? Do you mean you still use Ian McKellen, but you put dots on his face, or do you mean cast?
No, you use Ian McKellen, just put the dots on his face, like they did in X3.
Okay.
So you'd be fine if he came out. I mean, hey, whatever. Different preferences.
I'm not fine with anything. I do prefer Ian McKellen, but if they go with the younger version in another universe, they went with the younger version in another universe, and
It's
I'll
not a
accept
younger
the
version.
terms.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about use Ian McKellen, yes, but do X3.
Sure. I don't know what the movie's about or the main plot of the movie. I really don't know what they'll do in the movie, how long his role will be. It's hard to say what I want.
I mean, I don't know that it really, again, this is a preference thing. My preference is I don't know that it really, and I'm going to maybe try to speak for everyone. So if you don't feel this way in the comments, please correct me. Again, the Avengers pull up on the Fantastic Four. Hey, we need your help. Dr. Doom stole our kid, from what the leaks are saying. And oh, well, I think I might know where they might be going. The X-Men universe. Oh, everybody pile in. The Avengers and the Fantastic Four pile in, warp speed through some wormhole to the X-Men universe. And it's the 90-year-old Ian McKellen with 80-however-year-old Sir Patrick Stewart, not de-aged anybody else, Alan Cummings, and the rest of them. And they're like, oh, the X-Men. How do you think that translates? How do you think that looks like?
Nostalgia bomb. Wow, all of our favorites are back.
Okay, maybe different preferences. For me, I wouldn't want that. I'll give an example. Obi-Wan, the flashback to episode 2. I wish they would have de-aged Anakin. I didn't like the fact that he looked like he had been through 3 wars and 2 divorces. That's just me.
So I was helping a customer while y'all were talking about Tombstone. Is he playing Tombstone or doing the voice for a CG version? Playing Tombstone in Brand New Day. It'll probably be Michael Fassbender. I hate the de-age stuff. It looks horrible. They should have just used Fassbender or whatever his name is. I'm not expecting the X actors to be in the entire movie, so de-aging them for however long seems okay to me in theory.
I think we're underestimating the X-Men's role as well. Let's not forget, Kevin Feige worked on the original X-Men before he was Kevin Feige. We all know the story. I don't need to go through it. We all know the things, the secret keeping comic, but we all know it. He already said a long time ago, I want to give these guys a proper send-off. I don't think you're bringing back all these people for like a quick scene moment. I think their roles are larger than people are expecting, and I think that's not just for Doomsday. I think that's for Secret Wars as well.
I'd love that. And the longer they're in the movie, the less likely a de-age happens. More expensive.
I like Michael Fassbender, Chi-Town. I think Michael Fassbender would have been great. I think this might be a hot opinion. I think he's a better Magneto. I like him a lot. I like Ian McKellen, but Fassbender's great as Magneto.
Okay. Also in the MCU, Film News says Jeremy Renner says he's happy to do season 2 of Hawkeye. I love that character. I think there's so much for us to do. We waded through many discussions about the shape of that season. It's getting my body right and getting everything right for that. The timing of that will come And if there's still a need, want, and desire for it, then yeah. Anyways,
I think that's how he finished it. If there's a need, want, or desire, I can't say that there's a need, a want, nor desire for Hawkeye season 1 or 2.
but Daredevil season 3 got renewed. So something in that realm, some like reoccurring characters from the Daredevil episodes could be in the Hawkeye show. I could see that.
Maybe.
That's the only way I could see it. Well, we did Tombstone, but here's the Hulk. This is the update that he's set to be more terrifying than ever in Brand New Day. He might even kill someone. Alex from Cosmic Circus confirming that he might even kill someone. Thanks, Alex.
Kill someone. Maybe. Has Hulk killed before on screen outside of like a Shatari alien or something? Have you actually killed a person? I mean, yeah, the Wakandans at the little embassy thing.
I'd like to see him kill somebody, deal with it as Bruce Banner. I don't know what they've got going on with the Hulk, but they could always fix it.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, didn't we do that?
What if they all went wrong and he's only there as Bruce?
He had the whole fight with Tony. That little witch is messing with your mind. You're stronger than her. You're smarter than her. You're Bruce Banner. I'm sorry, not Bruce, not Puny Banner. And all those people died.
Oh, yeah. We had that. C. Robert Cargill says, Doctor Strange was originally going to feature Doctor Strange having to battle Nightmare, who is the master of dreams and the reality and is his whims. Me and Scott Derrickson like playing around with alternate realities and dream logic and things like that.
This is before before they split up and went different directions because of the creative differences.
Yeah, this was before that. You guys worked on Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness before it kind of changed. You guys had talked about how Nightmare was on the plate to be the villain. Can you reveal maybe some of what you guys wanted to explore? Yeah, man. Specifically, we wanted to have Nightmare be the villain for the first movie, and Marvel Studios loved the idea, but they were like, that's more of a second movie character. But so what we really wanted to do is me and Scott, like playing around with alternate realities and dream logic and things like that. We're big fans of that kind of psychonaut kind of space, going deep in your own dreams and the like. And so we wrote some stuff for the first film that we wanted to try to incorporate in the second film, or just the dream world. And you mean they planned? They planned something?
But Dormammu's a first movie villain?
Marvel. And Doctor Strange having to do battle with this guy who was the master of dreams. And the reality is his whims. And so we were playing around with that kind of stuff. And it never came to fruition. Marvel said, how dare you plan something? We don't have foresight in this company. And I was not involved in Multiverse of Madness. I hadn't been brought on yet before Scott decided to part ways. But yeah, Nightmare is such a great character. And I hope they get to play around with him someday. I'd love to go back and write Nightmare script for them. Oh, nice. That's always cool to hear. It's always cool to hear that there's no relationship that ended on those terms that you can't reconcile. Yeah, man. Respect to the Doctor Strange writer. C. Robert Cargill.
Yeah, Nightmare would be great. Nightmare would be great. I know a lot of people still thought he was involved in Multiverse of Madness. Because Wanda said that one line. And I remember people ran with that. I remember New Rockstars broke that one line down to a fucking T. Where she was like, every morning a new dream. No, she's like, every night a new dream and every morning a new nightmare. And they were like, oh, that confirms it. And I was like, God.
It was fun back then, though. Sometimes some of those like, whoa, that means something. Sometimes those would come true.
It was fun back then. I'm not gonna pretend like I wasn't watching some of their New Rockstars videos, especially during Loki time. During Loki season 1, they had some bangers. New Rockstars had some bangers during Loki season 1.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready for the big news story today? Is there anything else you want to touch about? Which having to do with the fandom, having to do with Marvel, Star Wars? Is there anything that what happened? Is there a Comic-Con? Is there anything you want to touch on before we do this? You want to touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, earn it, earn it. No trailers that came out recently, huh?
Welcome to Dairy, but I don't think you're going to be able to show it because you have your Twitter on parental control.
Welcome to Dairy? Okay. They probably put a YouTube trailer out, right?
Oh, that's right. You do have that.
Okay, let's do Welcome to Dairy.
If you do want to show the T'Challa thing, you can show it.
What is the T'Challa thing? The scene?
Yeah, because I did see some of it on Twitter earlier.
Yeah, we should probably do that. We should probably do that right now.
I really.
All right, sorry, Jonathan Majors fans. Sorry, Kang heads.
It won't take me out of it. I've seen literal fucking post-credit scenes before, so it's fine. I'll still be able to enjoy zombies.
I see it's like the minute and 24 second. I just typed T'Challa on Twitter and I see this minute 24 seconds. Spoilers, witnessing T'Challa. Actually, let me not even read what he has to say. I'll just play this thing. Move to the side, other side.
Titular.
So this is it, guys. Spoiler alert. For 2 minutes, you should tune out. If you don't want to know what happens here, Chill is about to hit play. Let's go.
Is there sound?
He doesn't speak.
Right there, he would have said, "Oh, it's here."
This is awkward.
It is awkward that he's not talking.
Not even a.
Oh.
They got the music playing.
Nice action, though.
Yeah. Now, what did Ryan Coogler add? Sunset?
That hit.
You better not die.
He's gonna die. He still doesn't have the leg. They didn't give him a metal leg. Is that why he was running on all fours?
Yeah, he makes noises.
I heard T'Challa say, "Wakanda forever," quietly, like he knew that it was.
What did I? Oh my god! I'm kind of somewhat a fortune teller with this shit, bro.
He's dying.
Because when we talked about this, I said, if you look at the video Chill just posted, I said that was gonna happen. I said Spider-Man's gonna narrate his death.
Hold on. T'Challa, what?
T'Challa saved the universe. Every single one of us.
Yeah. Well, hey, no T'Challa at least.
They said one more time. Let's go one more time. You guys down? Yeah, no, I called that. I said in the video on Pantheon when we were talking, I was like, watch, it's gonna be Spider-Man narrating his death, or he sacrificed himself or something like that. I said those words. I didn't know that. But it happened.
And they thought, like, yo, this is what Chadwick Boseman would want. T'Challa dying again. And you can't even have his voice actor, so there's no great talent getting a job. God. Yeah, man. Just the world we live in right here.
So that
an
is how it
impactful black
happened.
character doesn't get featured.
Interesting.
Get voiced.
So that's how they did it. They're telling it. So what's happening here? Obviously, that's what I said. It's a flashback. He's literally telling what happened as they are leaving from the end of the What If episode from the compound. So they got caught by it's because Thanos was outside of Wakanda. So they got caught going into Wakanda. Yeah. So that's shit. I could have wrote that because that's what I said before I saw it. That's crazy.
And then if you listen,
crazy.
T'Challa said Wakanda forever, and he said it really quietly. And yet, look at this. Wow, he died again.
He died. You know, can I say this without anybody getting mad?
Black character, white on. Sorry, what? Yeah, what?
Does this not give you guys that are still holding on to the hope of seeing him in live action like pause? Does it not give you like maybe actually no, they're not gonna recast him because this is twice now in animation. This is twice in animation. What is this? The fourth death in the overall T'Challa MCU IP? 4 deaths. Twice in animation that they've said, and yeah, you got T'Challa, but with a death again. So I don't know.
Tone deaf. I'm clipping
You
this
guys
too.
tell me.
Darius, I'm clipping this too. I'm Shieldmonger. He's Planet Fanatics, and we do the afternoon woke up every day. Weekdays we stream. Check us out. It's getting clipped.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, what Raymond said there. He said, yeah, it does. Honestly, I'm starting to think that if there is a BP in Secret Wars, it ain't T'Challa. I'm telling you guys, it's the child, and they are going to be happy with that. And again, I know Marcus pushes back on me when I say this, and I know who his rebuttal typically is that because it is a secondary character that the overall audience is not going to accept him. I'm telling you, and I've said it before, they are not calling him Toussaint. They are not calling him T'Child or anything else that the other derogatory names that we call him. They're not going to call him that. They're simply going to call him T'Challa, King of Wakanda. And when the Avengers call, they're going to say, hey, T'Challa, we need your help. The only time his father is ever going to get referenced where they'll remind the audience, oh, that's right, he's the second, is if one of the old Avengers say something like, just like your dad, or, oh, I remember when your dad this, or oh, something like that. But they're not going to shine a light to keep reminding people, oh, this is the second. This is the second. No, he's T'Challa.
You know how many fans are gonna love this new second version because you'll probably have a good actor, and then how many people are gonna be happy with the second this substitute version where now the greatest black character ever, T'Challa, has a competitor within his own franchise competing for star power. Like some people are actually going to be upset in future projects where actual T'Challa is used, and people will go, I don't like T'Challa. I like it when T'Challa has a son and he gets older because that was the movie I saw. They're really like imploding this franchise from within by bolstering this new kid who's going to be older, and they're going to call him T'Challa.
Yeah, and it's a when I first had the realization of it, it was the first. I'll never forget that video we did on that when I titled it "The Son of T'Chaka." It's not coming back. It's when you have the realization, it's a tough pill to swallow, but as time has gone on, I'm not saying I'm accepting of it because I'm not. But I know what I'm getting before I go in here. I'm not expecting to see. So when I sit down in Doomsday, I prepared myself that, and if it's T'Challa, that's fucking great. But I've prepared myself for them to go the opposite direction.
1000%. They'll have a scene between Bucky and T'Child. Your dad saved me.
Oh yeah, something like that for sure. Something like that, or between Sam and him, Sam, I don't know, something like that for sure.
So he'll never say I'm son of T'Challa? Doesn't make sense.
I don't
who
think
knows
so.
What they do, bro.
I don't think so. And the reason I don't think he's ever going to say I'm son of T'Challa, because what relevance is that? Like, so before he fights, I'm T'Challa, son of T'Challa. He's never, because T'Challa doesn't say I'm T'Challa, son of T'Chaka.
He said it once. He said it when he was fighting M'Baku.
Yes, when he was fighting M'Baku, but that was, of course, in a more ceremonial atmosphere where people around me know, yes, I'm T'Challa, son of T'Chaka. You're trying to take my throne from me. And if I'm going up against a Dr. Doom, I'm not about to announce my heritage, my ancestry. I'm not going to do that. I'm just T'Challa. Yeah. And that's what they're going to do. Again, I've been trying to prep, and maybe some people still aren't connecting the beat. I've been trying to prep y'all for quite some time.
Yes, you have.
If you watch, and I know Den of Nerds is not the end all be all when it comes to this stuff, because I'm looking at Facebook. I'm looking at whenever Marvel posts something about T'Challa or one of these, because there's all these Facebook groups and things like that that will post their own theories, or people will post or whatever, whether it be Facebook, Threads. I don't have a Threads, but I've looked at certain things, whether it be Twitter, Instagram. You look at these posts where they're talking about T'Challa. Yes, there are people like us saying, oh, recast, that'd be great. But the majority of people are saying, why do you guys keep saying recast? They did that already. His son was shown at the end. So yeah, I've seen people saying, if it's the, you guys have seen we've scrolled through some of the comments, but the reason I keep bringing up Den of Nerds is because he's speaking to sometimes over 1,500 people, and when he's speaking to those people, and he says, oh guys, if it's a T'Challa son of, if it's aged up male T'Challa, we're all good with that. And you just got W after W, and that's not. I know I keep using that example. There's other examples I could use. I think most recently he just talked about. Most recently, he just talked about T'Challa again in not yesterday's stream, day before, where he was talking about, oh, if they use the zombies in Secret Wars. And he was like, oh, yeah, they could recreate the whole Namor T'Challa fight, but it could be T'Challa II, his son, fighting Namor. And I'm telling y'all, prepare yourselves for December. Prepare yourselves for February 2028. Prepare yourselves, because you're not getting You're not getting him. You're not getting him. They're going to tell you what they're going to tell you is you got him. That's T'Challa. So I could be wrong, but they've again, as I always end this when I say this, they've shown me nothing that indicates that I'm wrong. They've shown me nothing that indicates that they are even sniffing a recast or thinking about a recast. And this is to me, should be another indication to those of you that haven't accepted that yet. Hey, we had the opportunity to let him speak again. We could have casted another voice for him, but we decided we're going to put some Wakandan music behind him with some grunting from Thanos as they sit and fight. And from what they said in the article, it was a way for them to feel close to Chadwick yet again. So, 5 years later, we're still attached to Chad. In 2028, still going to be attached to Chad.
Can I offer you this? Maybe, because I watched it twice now. The first time I watched it with the sound on, he didn't narrate so much of it. Tom, Spider-Man was only narrating like twice in that segment. Is it because there are parts he was going to say about the child that they pulled because they watched videos like mine and clips and understanding that the child is unfavorable since they filmed that scene and since to the release, and they went, let's pull some of the verbiage that Spider-Man is supposed to say. He was very quiet for a lot, which is why it was so awkward, but Spider-Man didn't speak for most of it. That's a theory. I know I'm reaching. That's like the good news. You see, there were gonna be a scene where Spider-Man says, T'Challa told me to dedicate this to his son, and then they pulled that last minute because they saw the stream from last week that we did.
I would like to think that.
I don't think that. I would like to think it too.
Marvel is tuned in and keyed in. Not tuned in and keyed into things that we have said about recast. I don't know that. Maybe they have. Maybe they haven't. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. I think that was the scene awkward. Was Spider-Man not really narrating it? I think that was more of the aspect that they wanted to showcase the fighting more than the talking, since he wasn't going to talk, and then make it in their way, what they said, more, I guess, close to Chad, ceremonial type of deal where you play the softer Wakandan music as he's, I don't know, I don't know. I just know they keep putting it out there. They keep putting it in our faces. They don't care.
That's my theory. My theory is there's an early version of this where T'Child is mentioned, and then they pulled it because it was kind of quiet for a portion of that fight. Spider-Man was recollecting what happened 5 years ago. Watch the episode. What? Spider-Man was recollecting what happened 5 years ago. Watch the episode. I don't think that matters to any point that I brought up and I've raised. That's how the second and the third episodes begin. One with Shang-Chi and the one with Peter. Okay. So
yeah. I'm sure I mean, it would have to be a flashback because as I've said, I'll say it again. watched Zombies What If episode. It was one of my favorites when it originally aired. I went back and rewatched it before watching this Marvel Zombies, which I have not seen yet, but watched it. Yeah, that's how it ended. It ends with the three of them, Spider-Man, T'Challa, Ant-Man, getting away. But outside of Wakanda was waiting Thanos. So yeah, it's a flashback, which I figured, as I said on the Pantheon stream, I said, I wonder if it's just going to be him narrating the events that happened at the end of what. So yeah, I mean, but that doesn't change anything. Doesn't change anything I just said.
I'm looking for the relevance because Mike might have a point that just went over my head. But yeah, when we knew it was being narrated, you could only narrate something that has already happened, right? Yeah, he's narrating the best. My hope is gone. My father literally said last night it's over. They always find a way to kill a king that represents black people. Any black man that is not appointed, that they don't put that crown on. Deep. Certainly lost all hope. They will come to the series and do the right thing by T'Challa. What hope? Comic Chameleon. My father gave me the first Black Panther comic, which was Fantastic Four first appearance of him. I watched my old man literally cry at the first movie because he loved the character. Checking to see if it's on pirate site. Unless Apple or someone else buys Disney and gives Feige the boot, I doubt we'll see T'Challa even when Coogler is gone from Marvel. Oh, cool. They have all 4 episodes. I might check it out, but not on Disney+. Jay says Spider-Man or even Scott could have easily caught T'Challa, but nope. We'll just let him die once again. Stop using logic, Jay Namikaze. You could have caught him. T'Challa needs to die. That is Chadwick Boseman's legacy. And if we could resurrect Chadwick Boseman and tell him, look at what we did, he would be so happy with the muting T'Challa, with him not even having a video game from EA. He's not gonna like that. Anyways, who cares? I don't even want to do that pretend bullshit. I'm so angry.
The Watcher showed up in Zombies as well, and he was in Eyes of Wakanda. So I wonder if Jeffrey Wright is actually going to be in Watcher form in live action, in like Doomsday or Secret Wars. I mean, I don't know what role it would be. His character doesn't play a role in Hickman's, so I don't know. But he showed up again, I guess, in Zombies.
Yep. Let's go to Welcome to Derry now.
Hello? Oh, hi. I'm Rich, by the way. Will.
Was renting a house in town. 8 years living on base, I just think my missus is ready for a little taste of normal.
Well, if normal is what you're after, you two are going to love Derry.
You don't like it much down here, do you, Miss Handler?
You know, it's hard not to miss the things you leave behind.
What is it, a black family or something?
We're getting into the swing of it, though. Starting to feel like home.
Things happen here. We don't really talk about it.
Is this a racial movie, or is this it?
No one knows.
They never even found a body. But maybe we could figure out what really happened to him.
Could have been a drifter.
Do you think somebody could kidnap a kid and keep him underground?
Getting into the
In the sewers.
What happened to Helen?
We have 25 disappearances, 7 confirmed deaths, mostly children.
Something bad's coming.
What is that?
This looks great.
Early in the trailer, when they're going back in time, and we're seeing the kid being bullied and how he's being treated differently, everyone give him the look. That's while it looks nice, like visually and everything, I don't want to pay to see victimization and oppression and low status, no matter what the story of the movie is or the TV show is. I'm uninterested in this.
Don't you pay for HBO Max currently?
Do I pay for it? No.
Although I disagree with you on the watching of the show, because I'm still watching Welcome to Derry, I do agree on the beginning, because I thought the same thing. That's why I asked, is this is this a racial, like a period piece, or is this it? Because it looked like there was some Detroit shit going on. So I don't know. But I still will be watching it. It looks great. Looks great. The seeing
someone said that we were copywritten. Sorry to interrupt. It says we got clipped. I've never seen that before. Planet Fanatic is gone. Damn, they got you copyright. This is limited imagination syndrome. Can a brother get more black folks in space?
Oh,
that's the message I'm trying to say. Damn, what happened? But just give it like 60 seconds. It'll return.
They did clip me. What in the fuck? Because of the Welcome to Derry trailer from HBO?
Can't play that long, yeah.
What?
They may need to restart the stream. Just wait for it. Chills is still here. But mine's and yours are streaming literally the exact same thing. I don't know why HBO got you, but not me.
Stream suspended for policy violation is what it says. Their YouTube is out of their fucking minds all the time with all this shit. That should be it is saying it's still. I wonder, can I go into my studio and fix this?
It usually recorrects and it'll be back on.
It hasn't. Oh, maybe I think it just did.
Yeah, it is back on. I'm on your channel right now, and I can see that
it just came back on. What the fuck?
Do you remember what you were saying before?
I don't, but I'm going to write a letter to YouTube. Dear Mr. Royal Hampton.
Do it after.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy they did that.
But just get some escapism. Don't hire black actors so that you could remind us that, oh yeah, back in the day, black people were treated like trash, and that's like constantly going to be reminded in all of our movies. So it's again repetitive, and it's kind of for you to condition the viewers as like, oh yeah, that was a thing. Okay, now I'm going to think of you less than in my real life. It's very influential.
I don't think they need Welcome to Derry to think of us lesser in real life. They already do.
And this reinforces it.
Depends on how much is shown of that too, and if that is what it's really, and if that's what's really going on.
Even showing it for one scene was enough for me.
We also don't know if that's really what's going on in the show.
It was in the trailer. You can't deny the effects of what the trailer is going to do. It literally accomplished the thing that I'm mad at that it accomplished, that, which is, look, we got black cast members. Oh, remember slaves? Remember segregation? Remember oppression? Yeah, really not my cup of tea.
Hey, everybody has a cup of tea. But I will be watching it for the horror aspects of it, and it does look great on those aspects. It was a great 2 movies, and Welcome to Derry has been in the making for quite some time. It looks just as good.
Someone says it's a period piece chill. It wouldn't be real without it. You could still make it a period piece without the scene where she's walking and they look at her a little bit funny. It can still be the period piece without choosing to focus on that and focusing on the horror aspects.
Where I do agree with you on what you said earlier. I agree with Grand Regent Thrag there. I don't know when we talk about these things, when we talk about period pieces, this is not the first time we've had this conversation. I don't know how you expect them to portray Black people from that time. What do you want?
Well, I'm sick of period pieces. That's why I'm sick of. Sorry,
you want it to be portrayed falsely?
Yeah, I'm sick of period pieces. I'm sick of that. Anything that includes it, which includes anything that includes the oppression BS that I'm against, which means going back in the past and telling stories in period pieces. I'm over it.
As somebody who is for our history, whether it be the good or the bad, history regardless needs to be shown. I don't need history being buffered at all, because it goes back to what we were just talking about, what they're trying to do in Oklahoma, or what they're doing in Oklahoma with Christopher Columbus. I don't need history buffered. And I also don't want my history of my people buffered either. It is ugly. History is ugly. How our people were treated is ugly. How our people continue to be treated is ugly, but it is our history. And how we chose to overcome that history is also a part of our story. So I refuse to be like, oh, I'm sick of seeing our history. I'm sick of seeing, slavery. I'm sick of seeing, Black folks getting beat on in movies. I'm sick of seeing the crosses getting burned and things like that. And the KKK, I'm sick of all that. But at the same time, that is our history. Whether you want it to be or not, it is.
Welcome to Derry. As an undisclosed budget. Welcome to Derry with a massive production budget of $150 million for its 8 episodes. So it's rare to see things get that much of big of a budget. And I would love for something like this with a $150 million budget to not be featuring themes of oppression. History is important. Sure it is. Absolutely. When I see that we're getting the history important, big budget stuff, but we're also getting the Star Wars, but everyone's Black, then I'll say, yeah, sure, absolutely. Let's support this history being told. It's important to share. But when it's leaning only in one direction, it's an overall criticism that I have that is not specific to this show or specific to history needs to be taught. It's specific to we're not getting $150 million budget shows. And when we do, even that's got to have themes of oppression. Oh, my God. That's the complaint.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't disagree, but I disagree when it comes to those period pieces. You don't want the period pieces, but like I said, our history needs to be shown. So
I think Chill's point of view might be being misrepresented a little here. I'm right here. I'm representing it. Chill's point of view might be being misrepresented a little here. Oppression is real, Chill. Oh, okay. Now I agree with Stamina. You might be misrepresenting my point a little here. Oppression is real. You're right. It is. Blue. Sure. You can tell me all about that when you stream with me tonight, because we're going to talk about the Storm comic book, right? 8 p.m.
Oppression is real. I mean, now our people are still being oppressed. I mean, it's a part of our history. Has to be shown. Has to be shown. Like I said, 12 Years a Slave is not a movie I'm like on a Friday night, hey, let's pop in 12 Years a Slave. But I'm grateful for the film. That those things those themes, our history needs to be shown. It needs to be shown. If I had children, when my parents made my siblings and I sit down and watch Roots, we sat down and they made us watch Roots, and I remember the very first time I watched Roots, the feelings I had. I remember going to school the next day, the feelings I had. Yeah, I mean, those films are important.
We can't just act like it didn't. You got to show it, especially in times like this. And the effects of showing it from a viewer, let's pretend you're a white viewer, you're watching something, you don't see too much Black people in your stuff. And if you do, they're supporting characters and whatnot. But you're exposed to a black person and you're looking being viewed as less than, and you're telling me that doesn't register in your little white head, in your mindset, in your day. Oh, look, there's somebody black. He's being treated like garbage. Don't you see the connection of, oh, well, then they are garbage people. Oh, okay, got it. This is from the past and they're treated like garbage. I want to see the white guy turn on his news, or turn on not his news, but turn on his favorite fiction and see some entertaining, great black guy who's moves forward the plot. You live through him. You watch him kiss the girl. You can't wait for him to save his son. You're at the edge of your seat with every word. That's the kind of relationship I want viewers to be having with some of these black castings who are in these $150 million big productions. Not they are less than. Got it. Mentally noted. I think that's damaging, and when it continues to happen, because this is a macro opinion criticism. And then here come Blue. Here says, we're the only demo that doesn't want our history to be told. And I think that's reckless. That's how the past gets repeated. It's damn near erasure. All right. I guess we got to see what happens in it to know whether or not the historical lesson that is told is worth having. But if it's just white guys looking at the black characters as less than, then my point, I think, would stand when we get to the ending of this. But thank you for engaging in this conversation, folks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, final topic.
The last one.
So this is Megan Good. This is Jonathan Majors, and Tina clipped it over as She Dreads Me. We're going to listen in on this, and it's subtitled. We're going to listen in on this news.
Last week, there were some rumors that you were making a big Marvel return. Can you say anything about that? You cannot say, but there potentially might be a Kang. Well, for you, a future Kang project in the works.
He was not that type of, my man,
A lot of opportunities for you to come back. A lot of people would be excited to see it.
She knows.
Last week there were some rumors.
Watch her face, because she knows.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes up, she kind of smiles it up, like, because that's your wife. You tell your wife everything. She knows.
They were making a big Marvel return. Can you say anything about that? You cannot say, but they're potentially.
He's back.
Yeah.
It might not be a big role. He's back.
This was not on my bingo card. I know a lot of you said they probably would bring him back. I was one of the ones kept saying, nope, I just don't see it. I don't think so. Whatever. Where I'm right about T'Challa, I'm wrong about Majors. They're not bringing T'Challa back. They're bringing Majors back. Hey, I'm great. I'm glad. I'm very glad, because I'm one that has been like, I don't want this story without Kang. I know the internet and Twitter and people like to pretend as if no one was excited for Kang. That's just it's just false. Very false. Everyone was, especially after that final finale, or the season finale of season 1 of Loki. People were very excited. So I was always a Majors Kang supporter, excited for him, and I'm glad he's coming back. And what capacity that is, I don't know. I hope it's not just to get his skull ripped out in the place of Thanos by Doom, as some have suggested is what's going to happen from Scoopers. I hope that that's not what he signed on just to come back and do. So we'll see. I don't know.
There's always a Kang. You know what the difference is, though, between Kang and T'Challa? He's not playing the greatest black character that ever happened. He's playing a race swap version of a character. So it allows for them to say, we casted somebody black, and without providing the progressive progression without providing that for a black character. So this is, when it comes to racism and white supremacy and all that, this is low stakes. Yeah, sure, look, we'll make everyone happy. I liked knowing, though, that Jonathan Majors has a job with a major studio, and I don't know it, but it feels like that from the answer, because he would have just said, nah man, I can't wait to get back on that train if they ever would afford me. That would be his usual answer. Now he's like, it's a multiverse, there's lots of Kangs. Whoa.
Yeah. And Megan Good, like you said, is very telling. Very telling with her smirk, and very telling with her at the end. I don't know. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's back and fantastic, man. I mean, great. And I don't know how big it is, if it's even real, but I hope that they let Jonathan be the actor that he is, because I've said many times, everybody's like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is this, Robert Downey Jr. is that. You put him in the same room with Robert Downey Jr. and let him go at Kang, let him be Kang and let Downey be Doom. I think villain to villain, Kang steals that show. And I'm only going off of this, what I've seen from Majors already as Kang. We're talking about I just recently, I didn't rewatch Quantumania, hell no, but I did watch YouTube scenes of him as Kang from Quantumania, and phenomenal, man, phenomenal. I think that, I hope it's not just the give me your skull and then he's dead.
That's what Junior just said. Yeah, he'll bring him back. You can die though. Well, even if it is even if that is what it is, him getting a job with a major studio is beneficial to his career.
Man, chill. You baffle me. You can go from 1 minute talking about black this, black that with Derry, but then you don't see how bringing him back as Kang just to kill the brother is problematic.
Oh, because I already recognize it as a white character. I have literally no interest in that. I don't. That's why it's not registered.
It doesn't matter if you see him as a white character. He's not white on screen. He's black. Jonathan Majors himself is black.
Yeah, that's why though. That's just the IP is a Caucasian guy. Whatever happens with Wonder Man and Yahya Abdul-Mateen, it's just like, who cares? Do whatever you guys want to do. To me,
I see it as problematic if you bring him back just to kill him. Not only problematic, I see it as also disrespectful. I wouldn't take it. And you could say, oh, well, then there goes your career or whatever, and they could be doing wonders for his career. I don't know. We also don't know how big the part is to make the assumption that it could do wonders for his career. Yeah. All we know is he could come in, say some shit to Doom, and Doom say, nope, shut up. Give me your skull.
That could be the case. And I'll come on here and I'll say that was nothing. That was a waste of time. Or that was not a waste of time. But I'll say everything that you probably would say, the same things that I would say about how, like, they barely use him. They don't care enough about him. They just wanted to do that to big up Doom. They had to kill Kang. But the fact still remains that he worked with a major studio and he's not persona non grata anymore for the other guys. It's been signaled that he is acceptable and he's been seen by how many millions of people are going to watch Doomsday and Secret Wars?
Man, chill. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. The internet still calls him a womanizer. There are people on the internet, on Twitter, anytime you share anything about Kang the Conqueror, that will quote retweet that shit and start a thread about him beating women.
Some people are there, yes.
So you think that him showing up in a potential maybe 20-minute scene, maybe 20-second scene is going to change the overall narrative? I think the internet, it's still going to be the internet when it's all said and done. They're still going to call him a womanizer. They're still going to call him this and this and that.
There'll still be people, yeah.
We'll see.
I think this is how influence works. You chip away, piece by piece. More people are going to see him, and they're going to go, oh, yeah, there he is, Jonathan Majors. Didn't he have a thing from 5 years ago? Guess it doesn't matter because he's in this movie. It chips away at some of that. And maybe some people are going to be exactly what you just said they would and never not be that way. You're right. Those exist.
Yeah. They don't remember her name, Raptor Cloak, but they ain't stopping them from saying what the people are saying online.
We got this tweet here to look at from Citizens Journalist. The way I screamed when I read that Jonathan Majors may be coming back as Kang for The Sun. Wait, The Sun? A rumor circulated this month that Jonathan would reprise his role as Kang the Conqueror in an upcoming movie. When asked about reports that he was making a big return, Jonathan's wife, who was happily by his side, noticeably grinned ear to ear. I cannot say anything about that, he told the U.S. Sun at the Daytime Beauty Awards in L.A. on Sunday, trying to play coy but unable to hide his smile. When asked if they're doing it, who wrote this? That's good writing, because that's exactly how it was. When asked if there was a future Kang project specifically for him in the works, he again tried to play coy but teased it by saying, well, it's a multiverse, so there's always that. Always a lot of opportunity for that. he spilled, before adding that he was very glad to hear that some fans want him back. The U.S. Sun has reached out to Disney for comments.
They won't.
Yeah.
They won't comment. But yeah, Kang, I'm glad. I hope it's back, and I hope it's in a meaningful way. I hope it's not just for Marvel to say they closed a loose end and we took care of, the big question, what about Kang? I hope that's not what it's for. And I hope that Jonathan did not sign up for that, regardless of the it helping his career or not. I don't think that helps, in my opinion. So I hope that he does not take a role where it's like, hey, brother, we want you to come back so Robert Downey Jr. can kill you.
So killing is off the table, and it doesn't even matter if he's in the screen for
No,
1
no.
minute or if he's on the screen for 10 minutes.
If he dies, that's fine. But I don't think it needs to be like a whole. Like I would like him to have some type of role, and then maybe at the end of the film, maybe get betrayed and killed or something like that. If you want to kill him, I don't think he should die if you want to kill him. But if it's a thing where like, like that panel where let's say they take inspiration from that panel and Kang's asked if you think you're some sort of god or something like that, and I am a god. I did this and I did that. I'm Kang, and then I'm Doom. That's gonna piss me off, and I think
that's all.
It's not gonna piss me off. I'm gonna be like, oh, I have a problem. I'm leaving the film. It's just gonna be like, well, I wouldn't have took that role. I wouldn't have took that.
So what he needs to be is a substantial character. He can die at the end of the movie, but he can't just be there in the beginning, introduced to be killed off. Therefore, well, look how big and bad Doom is. That's your problem.
Yes.
I hope he gets what you're looking for. I hope he gets multiple scenes, maybe 10 minutes of screen time at least. And if he gets the death in the end, fine, he gets the death. But I hope he gets the way you want it.
I wouldn't like that. Might be like Loki's death. I wouldn't like that. The difference is the only reason
Infinity War.
I don't dislike Loki's death in Infinity War. The only reason Loki's death in Infinity War, I guess, is, obviously now knowing we've seen Loki, the show, knowing he's alive and things like this. But we spent so much time with Loki. We've spent zero time with Kang.
Yeah.
Zero time with the person that dropped Jaws after his audition, that you guys put all your eggs in one basket and made him the multiversal villain we spent no time with. So no, I would not want them to bring him on just to kill him.
But like Loki, man, they had to establish how big this villain was, Thanos. So they killed Loki, the last villain. Same thing here. Establish how big Doom is.
Then kill one of your heroes.
Kill
one of your heroes then. You got to, if that's the case, kill one of your heroes. Show us how big and bad Doom is. I don't think taking out Kang, though, shows the audience how big and bad he is, because the audience ain't even seen how big and bad Kang is.
That's a good point. Unlike Loki. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen that. The last thing we saw from Kang was him get sucked into a crystal. And then those weird barking variants.
Yeah, he was limited living in the quantum realm. We didn't really get the grasp of how bad Kang is.
Yeah, and then he fought Ant-Man.
Fighting Ant-Man. So
that scene, I did see the ending scene where he's about to jump back into 616 and Wasp. Bro, like, I was like, why is it fucking Wasp and Ant-Man? That's funny. It's funny.
Why it wouldn't be smart to kill Kang off? Kang could still be a big villain in the future. Yeah, but then everyone can die. Secret Wars will be the resurrection of literally everything. So I don't think it'll matter. Why would he ruin his career? He works so hard for. John, a smart man. I never believed the story that he was told that white girl was nuts. All right. You know what? Hiddleston being brought back might even be the through line for Majors. When you think about how season 2 played out, he did take that ABC interview, so he will do what he needs to. He'll do what he needs to. Yeah, ABC is a Disney property. He'll do what he needs to. I understand that, Lawrence. Kang.
The Conqueror.
With Megan Good. the DC character. She was Darla in Shazam. Is she back? Is she back? Shazam 2 ended with Peacemaker with Emilia Hardcore. She was in Shazam 2, and she's canon to Peacemaker.
No, I don't think any of those people from Shazam are coming back because that's too tied to Zachary Levi, and there's no way in fuck he's coming back.
Yeah, sorry, Megan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really hope this Jonathan Majors thing is real though, because I wanted more Kang anyway. So, and I don't want an off-death screen either. I know that was been one of the heavy rumored things. Oh, he decimated the and so that's another question. If Majors is back, is he back just as Kang? Because he can't be back just as Kang. Can't. He has to be. Where's Immortus? Where's Centurion? Where's Ramatut?
Yes, he'll be back as all of them. Yeah.
Okay, so then it's not unless they do a decimation of the council in like one big scoop. It's not. It couldn't be just a singular role, like him coming back for a quick second.
So even if the guy who he's playing dies in this movie, we still have all the other versions of Kang who Jonathan Majors could play as.
Right, assuming the council doesn't get dealt with in Doomsday.
Assuming that.
I hope that too. That's a good point. I hope he touches up on some of those personalities on how he wants to portray them. I don't think he was given enough time on how he wanted to portray those personalities.
Mm-hmm. And that's the gambit.
That's the gambit. I don't want Immortus coming in, talking, needing cough drops. I wasn't feeling that. I didn't like that whole post-credit scene, though. But I like the idea, like where they're going, like where their heads were.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is the gambit. There is nothing else today. You've seen the T'Challa scene, so choice is yours to watch.
You want to clip it, or I want to clip it, but if you clip it, you can have it.
No, you can clip it. That's fine.
Got it.
Oh, is this the one where I might clip it because I was talking about? Oh, yeah. I might clip it.
You got it.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else. I don't see anything else that's going on today. So yeah, choice is yours if you choose. Oh, Rihanna had her child.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, now let's get in the studio. It's been a long time. 10 years.
She just said it. Hey, I wonder what the name is. Is it a boy or girl?
It's a girl. Rocky Irish Mayers. Whose last name is Mayers? ASAP's? What's ASAP's first name? Real name?
Like Rakim, I think.
Rakim Myers. Oh, that's right, because they all are. They want all R's. All their kids are going to be R. They're both R.
Listen, guys, if you don't have kids, don't ever do that. Every kid's name needs to be opposite and different. Like, you can't just be having the same freaking names. Oh my God.
This is their third?
Yes.
Motherhood looks great on Rihanna, but so does an album.
You wanted to do Black Panther 3? No, child, no cry.
No. And I don't, somebody told me too, well, she just did a song for Smurfs. That don't count. That don't count. Last time Rihanna graced, and that album still stands to this day. Anti is it's so good. It's so good. I love Rihanna. I'm like, bro, it's been 10 years. I get it. You want to be a family, have your kids. I support that. Let's get an album out though.
Like, but you're telling someone not to make that much money. You're telling them like, oh, do this thing that you don't make much when your makeup line, which you actually own, is working.
I know that's why she doesn't make music. She's still making buku amounts of money without ever having to step into a studio.
Yeah. And I respect that so much. And that's the blueprint, bro. Yeah, these studios will rake in every dollar out of you, but what they can't control is that they just made you famous, and now you can use your celebrity to sell a brand new product, and you can own that new thing.
No, I respect the game because a new album means if she wants to touring, book signing, or not book signings, appearances at places, radio shows, all that type of stuff. So hey, I respect it. But you know what, Rihanna? Maybe because you are Rihanna, Do they not have? I'm sure ASAP has a studio at the crib.
Yeah, they probably have something. They probably have 3 songs together that they just gotta wait to put into an album, and then they can do like 7 more. Boom, 10 songs on an album. Are you kidding me? She didn't have to write them anymore. She didn't even remember. She didn't write them in the past. Somebody else has written the songs.
All I need her to do is just sneak downstairs and pop them headphones on and give me a Ponde replay type of whatever you want to do.
Whatever. There's no topic you want. She can be talking about the sunshine. She can be talking about anything.
Well, considering she's married, she hasn't had her heart broken. That's why this might sound terrible. I don't mean it to sound terrible, but like, even though I didn't care too much for Adele's last album, I still love Adele. It was great. Better example, Sam Smith. I needed he was dating the boy from 13 Reasons Why. When they broke up, I was expecting that album to be, because it was messy when they broke up. I was expecting it to be, it wasn't as. So Rihanna's married now. She's not having, like, ain't nobody breaking her heart. She ain't doing nothing. Like, what's she gonna, I don't know what I really wanted to sing about. So maybe don't do the album, because what are you telling me? I'm a mother and it's fun. I don't want to hear about that. I kind of want to hear the raunchy shit, I want to hear about all that.
All I wore was pink, and we're covered up in pink, and we're covered in the pink in the sink. I like to tink.
I need a drink. Yeah, no.
I couldn't have a drink because I covered up my thing and covered it in pink. Now I gotta take it to the sink, and I fill it with the drinks, and I sip and I sip.
So is this PBS or is this Rihanna? Because what?
Yeah. I don't know. Talk about how like you couldn't drink because you were pregnant. That would be a 6th concept of a song. And I can get my first drink now. You just make a song about how 9 months of pregnancy means no drinking, and then you get your first. What will it be? What's the champagne gonna be? You could even sponsor it in the music video. They can have the official drink. Man, that's a song. No one's ever done that. The post-pregnancy drink. That's a thing.
That's definitely a song. Congratulations to her, though.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say the red wine is like the first drink, but then you can also use wine as like when someone's whining. I never tried to whine, but I earned this wine. Like, man, there's so much little word plays you can do with this song concept. That would be a number one on the billboards.
Somebody comment, why is she naming her baby the same name as her husband? Why do you give a fuck? People are weird. And then she put at the end of her statement, weird. Your comment's weird. Why do you care what Rihanna's naming her kid? See, my comment is valid. I don't care about what the kid's name is. Like, I'm happy for you with the kid. Great.
Nah, here's the best one. Underneath of that tweet, someone said, this is Aesop preparing for the next one.
Because they're definitely about to pop another one. She said they want like 8.
You finally have a princess. 3. So it's the first girl.
Oh, this is the first girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they want 8. And I think, like I said, this is 3. So she's got a couple more to pop out.
That's why everyone's acting like that, because they actually said they wanted to have 8.
I think so. Let me double check, but I think so. That's what she said. They want like a village.
I'm just not with the pretending having 3 kids is a lot. That's how the population multiplies. You have more kids than there are parents. That's normal. The long dry summer, a concept album from Chillmonger MC.
Oh no, I guess they don't want 8. She said in a 2020 interview that she wanted 3 or 4. So maybe this is it if they don't do another.
Y'all should check out the Wolverine gameplay they just put out. How long is that though? Because yeah, let's do it. Let's check it out, perp. I'll just put Wolverine on Twitter.
It's trending.
Okay.
Insomniac is trending as well. Rihanna's trending, but not with an album. I tell you what, she just drops one single. She doesn't have to. She didn't have to. That one single, because she haven't dropped like a real single that's not attached to a movie since 2015. It'd be huge. It'd be ginormous. Last time we saw her was the Super Bowl. Look how you know how big that Super Bowl halftime show was. It's Rihanna. I love Rihanna. Come on.
She's definitely not dropping an album. He even delayed his.
I don't care about his, but damn.
Here we go. Wolverine, the new trailer. Insomniac. Show me gameplay.
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
Gameplay.
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man.
I don't like the voice.
The trouble just has a way of finding me.
Yeah.
But I'd be lying.
There's the gameplay. I think.
Doesn't matter where I go.
Oh, really?
Damn, that's good.
How far I run.
Is that Omega Red?
Yeah.
That's always waiting. Just not for me.
Oh, this is great. Look great. Ooh, Mystique.
Because I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
Yeah, that looks cool. Oh, dope. So dope. That looks great. Now I definitely would want to play it. Looks great. I just don't like that voice. Whoever they got to voice him. Eesh. I would say
Pretty
he's
lacking.
busy. I mean, you said till you're 90, so are you busy? I would have even just taken Hughes back behind the. Have you seen the behind the scenes of him doing Logan where he's? I'd even take that and just use that audio. But like that might be a little better than the.
I was just thinking that when I saw the silent T'Challa, like, what about Hugh Jackman doing some of the grunting and voice work?
Yeah.
Again, back to this, like, this is all right. And maybe on screen is like, click A to do this next move. And some of that is missing from this trailer. Like, maybe there's supposed to be a map at the bottom left. You know how games are. But if this is just it, this is good. This is a good looking game. I'm having a hard time discovering what is gameplay. That's cool. Look at him. He's like leaning over and using his claws to slow down at the same time, like so he doesn't fall over. Amazing. I just don't know.
You were saying you don't know what you think is gameplay.
What is gameplay?
I think. Hold on, like that thing where he was in like that alley and sliding down the roof. I think that's gameplay.
Yes, I think so
I think
too.
this right here is gameplay. I think that's gameplay.
Yeah.
I think
Love
this is gameplay.
I love that baseball slide there. Because but like, okay, look, there's no like health bar on the top right. There's no anything on screen. That's what confuses me.
In trailers like that, do they normally include that?
I guess not. They should though.
Omega Red's cool. It took me twice seeing that because I was like, wait a minute, is that Bastion or is that Omega Red?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he looks good.
It does. I guess the story of the game matters a lot too, and so what they do with it.
So this is included with the other, obviously, the Spider-Man Insomniac game. Is the Blade Insomniac game still happening?
Why would you ever think that game is going to happen?
Oh no!
Why would you ever think that?
My bad.
That much money, a black lead.
Oh man,
George Floyd's death was so long ago. Do you think these studios care?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have thought.
You thought.
I know. Good trailer though they gave for Blade, but they just let that one go, I guess. This one looks fun though. I'll play it.
Blade is the king of the announcements. Did they cancel the Black Panther game that was announced? Yes, it was. The one from Cliffhanger Studios, a spin-off of EA. Yes, they're not doing it.
The only Black Panther game still coming out is 1984, and I don't even know if it's really a Black Panther game. Is it more of a Captain America game?
Rise of Hydra. And you're not even T'Challa, so there it is.
He said, that shield. What do you say? That shield doesn't belong to you, boy.
It's going to be Azuri. It's going to be the guy who the concept art of this is supposed to be. Yeah, this company.
Yeah.
The lesson from today, though, 1943, not 1988, whatever, 48.
What did I say?
I think you said 48 or 84, but 43. Whatever. But what did I say? The name of the biggest thing to tell you today, though, is that I think they pulled the speaking of Spider-Man in the zombies trailer, the zombie scene. They pulled it because they knew that instead of mentioning, oh well, T'Challa wanted to he wanted to leave a world for his son. Instead of having him say that, they yanked it out. There was an earlier version of this where it did have those words, guaranteed. And we're on the up and up, and T'Challa's being recast. Don't listen to negative Nancy's who want to tell you how it's not going to happen. T'Challa's coming back. All of our hard work and advocacy is being rewarded, and it's registering with them. Oh, we can make more money with the primary character of the franchise instead of introducing secondary ones. We're on the up and up.
The 19, not to take it back to that, the 1943 little thing we got though, where he's talking to Captain America on that little bridge. That's cool. That's cool. I like the dialogue between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. But yes, that I do now truly believe is it.
Unless Perp tells us about some other trailer.
Yeah, I think that is it. Like I said, for those of you that are watching Marvel Zombies, it's there. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else new out right now.
You come here every weekday. You chill with the afternoon woke up, and you're appreciated for being here. Raymond, Chi-Town, Steezel, Rogue, Stamina, how you say this? SKNL? Sam, we like you. Raptors Cloak and KJ Sakamuma. We like you, Right Sound Studios. We like you, Junior Network, for coming in here. Perp, you know you're appreciated. Also, as part of the crew is Xavier Phoenix, and then there's Pam Entertainment TV, the YouTubers in the building, with Big Dog Gaming, who's also here. You guys are all appreciated. Thank you. From Grand Regent Thrag to the Regent Thrag, who's not so grand. We like you. Lawrence, like you. All right? I appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all every day. This community means the most. So, as I always say, if you like, subscribe. If you liked what you saw, subscribe. Tell a friend. Get some more people over here to our lovely show where we're growing every day. So, yeah, subscribe, like this video, helps us out, and we will see you guys tomorrow's Thursday for the Pantheon stream with Marcus from Back of the Bush. Thanks for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, hallelujah.